Are we live? We are live. Okay. Boom. Hey guys, how's everybody doing out there? Welcome to another open mic. If you hear something in the background, that's my brother. He's watching Dead Meat. I can turn it down a little bit. There you go. But yeah, anyway, guys, so we're here. It is the 84th session. We are in the second week of July. This is the first of two open mics for the month of July, and I'm here. Got some big news for you guys. A new segment is coming to the channel, and I'm going to talk about that and reveal some things as well. What's good, Blake? More importantly, while you guys are going to be asking questions, I'm going to throw 20 questions back at you guys. I thought it'd be cool because, like I said, one of my Patreons gave me the rapid fire questions. I'm looking forward to doing those again. And so I was like, you know what? Let me throw those same 20 rapid fire questions at tonight's viewers in this session. So I'm going to throw those questions back at you. Not so fast, but I will do them in between. So we are here. It is 9:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guys, you know me. I am in New York. So I always try to get these streams up around 9-ish, sometime 8, whenever I feel ready. I'm full. I just ate, so I'm good. I'm plentiful. I am ready to go. And like I said, there's some big news. As you can see, probably you see a pinned comment in the live chat box. Please read that, because if you have questions about certain things in that, I'm not answering it. If you can read what it says, please don't ask any questions or spoilers about any of the past movies that came out. I have not seen any movies as of late. I'm behind. I've been busy, so I have not seen anything yet. So please don't ask me about Lightyear or Jurassic Park or Thor. I have not seen any of them. So please don't ask me those, and no spoilers, please, because if you spoil something, then I'm kicking you out of the chat. I'm not even joking about that. I will kick you out. But as always, guys, it is me, your alpha, the pack. How are you doing tonight? Let us enjoy, because it should be fun. Like I said, I'm going to wait a little while longer before I start. Before I reveal the big news. There's something cool coming to the channel, and something cool coming to the channel that I have been thinking about for a while, and kind of it inspired me because of a few people that, so I was like, you know what, let's do it. I'm gonna do it, but I will explain that to you coming up soon. So we have a couple of people in the chat already. We got Quentin Blake, Travis, Briel David, Caroline, Dewell. Oh, okay. So we got a couple of people in there. Hold the questions, please, before and in no time, because if I don't want to miss any questions, please, because for some reason, sometime on these chats, I miss questions and I get a little pissed off about that. And then I don't want to have to hear your goddamn mouths about, oh, you missed my question. No, I'm just messing with you guys. I'm just messing with you guys. So like I said, I'm going to be asking you some rapid fire questions as well. Some rapid fire questions that were given to me last month from one of my Patreons. So I thought I'd give those same 20 rapid fire questions to you and see where we go. So you're going to ask me questions. I'm going to throw some questions back at you. Just when you think you got all the answers, I got me. All right. So here we go. So I'm not going to do them yet. I'll just wait till the people start coming into the chat a little more. But the biggest question I want everybody to, this is not part of the rapid fire question. How's everybody doing tonight? How about that? There's your first question. How's everybody doing tonight? Did everybody have a good weekend? Um, yeah, I know it's Sunday, but pretty much Sunday starts the new week actually. So, just saying. So hope everybody's well. Um, okay, this got to go off. I'm getting that's going off. My phone buzzing like that. Okay. Yeah. So, um, definitely wanted to definitely wanted to do that. I'll show off a few things that I got currently. I got this time. Um, I'll show you a few things. One moment. So, yeah, picked up a few things in terms of movies as of late. Well, one of them was actually uh, was kickstarted. I helped kickstart, and this was a reward. But the other one I picked up, and the first movie, of course. Let's start off with that movie. I got the uh, Blu-ray of Everything Everywhere All at Once, the Michelle Yeoh movie. I definitely had to pick this up. Um, and it's cool. First of all, we got Michelle Yeoh. I'm a huge fan of hers. I love her work, and I always give her nothing but love. I would love to meet her. Uh, you talk about a kick-ass woman who was occupying in a male-dominated world. We're talking about over in Hong Kong. You know, she was doing it. Right when Jackie was doing it, and all these other people. She at one point, I think she even put Jackie Chan in her place. She talked about. So I've never seen this. So I was really so when they finally put this out on Blu-ray and DVD, I was like, okay, I got to get this. So yeah, I'm definitely was looking forward to that. And the other one is In Search of Tomorrow. This is a definitive documentary of my era of sci-fi movies, the 80s. This this is they this company has done a few other documentaries of 80s horror, 80s action, and this is the newest one. This was I helped kickstart this. They had it on Kickstarter. I'm a big believer in Kickstarter. I do a lot of Kickstarters and put a little effort into, and you get rewards, of course. And this was my reward, the Blu-ray, and I think it has my name at the end of the credits. But yeah, this is a film documentary. It's got it is it's a topic discussion. It goes from 1980 all the way up to 1989. Um, it also has over 70 interviews from not just not just from actors who starred in those classic 80s movies, but directors and producers and writers. So we're talking just everything. I mean, you can if you could see the cover, you get a glimpse of what. Look at there's the DeLorean from Back to the Future. There's of course Starship Enterprise. There's the Millennium Falcon. Um, I can't really tell. Oh wait, yeah, there's the the Winnebago from Spaceballs. So yeah, this was something that I was definitely looking for. I know they're about to do another one for horror. I think they've done two so far. They're doing another one, and they only done one for 80s action. But I had to get on board with that. That was just something I had to get on. I was like, all right, cool. Um, yeah, I got to pick up some more Blu-rays as of late. Um, the I know Doctor Strange is coming out soon on Blu-ray, so I got to pick that up. Even though it's on Disney Plus, but even on Disney Plus, you still want to have them in your collection. So, and I definitely need to do that. And of course, there's the Northman, which I really enjoyed. I know it. didn't do as well as the box office as I guess it was supposed to have done, but I enjoyed it because that really felt like a Scandinavian, uh, true Scandinavian like culture and everything like that. So I really was enjoying that. Even when they showed the Valkyrie in that, I was like, "Oh Jesus, she looks scary." Like she looked very scary, but I enjoyed it very much. So yeah, I see people coming in. I hope nobody's asking any questions. I'm gonna wait for a little longer. Who else just asked questions? Yeah. So hold on to the questions. I see people asking questions. Please hold on. We got 12 people in there today. And Captain Omni is dropping $5 already. Captain, I hold on. I will answer that question. Um, I, but I will talk about everything. I'm just gonna wait a little bit longer. Once once we hit 10, I'm start answering. So for all those who have came in, please no questions or anything about Thor, Buzz Lightyear, or Jurassic Park. All those movies, I have not seen them. I have had a busy week last week, so I haven't seen any movies as of late. I just showed off a few movies I had picked up. For anybody who didn't see it, this, Everything, Everywhere, and all at once. And this is a Kickstarter reward that I got because I helped Kickstarter In Search of Tomorrow. It's a documentary on 80s, my era, 80s sci-fi movies. And of course, while you guys are asking me questions, I thought it'd be cool to return the favor to you guys. One of my Patreons is a member, is a he I forgot what level he is, but his level is you can ask me 20 rapid fire questions. So I'm gonna ask those same rapid fire questions to you guys. So I'm gonna have some fun with that. So stay tuned for that. We got 2 more minutes, and then we are gonna get cracking on the questions. So thank you for all coming through, Captain. I appreciate that as always. Um, but as always, guys, the first thing I always ask the pack, your alpha always asks you, how are you guys doing tonight? How was your week? Everything that's going on, are you good? You know, that's just me. You know, I always say your alpha loves you, right? So it's true. I got to get that as a T-shirt. You know, alpha. Yeah. Speaking of the merchandise, yeah, I am working on some new merch. So yeah, I am working on that as well. And shouts out to Azaria for purchasing one of my shirts. She had told me about that. I thought that was really sweet. She purchased my childhood friend shirt. It's a shirt of me and Monster in like a comic book world. So it was really cool. I thought that was really cool. She had to do that. What's up, Monster? Chilling with Taz tonight? I see you. I see you. Yeah, he's over there chilling with Taz, the homie Taz. Um, so yeah. What was there other thing I wanted to ask? There was something else I wanted to ask. One there was other thing. There was something else I wanted to show off. Actually, that's what I wanted to do. Oh, yes, yes. Last week, um, the first issue of someone very close to me. Her first issue came out. Variants. The Jessica Jones mystery, written by, yes, you could see that name, Gail Simone. Gail is back with Marvel, and she's writing Jessica Jones. Basically, it is Jessica seeing different variants of herself. Not these, because these are just characters she once was. There's her jewel look. There's I forgot. That's when she was under Purple Man, uh, and things like that. But I'll spoil a little bit. We get to see one of her variants uh, in some world. Even Jessica Jones is Captain America. That's pretty funny. The artwork is done by Phil Noto. Good artwork. This was a really good start from Gail. Gail continues to always deliver with her. If you haven't checked it out, go check out my review. It was really good. I really enjoyed that. Um, I gotta catch up. Uh, uh, gotta catch up. I gotta read my She-Hulk. This is the 4th issue. I like this variant cover showing all her different looks. Um, and I am behind on Captain America, uh, Symbol of Truth. This is Sam's Captain America. Remember, there's now 2 Captain Americas in the MCU, in the Marvel Universe. Sam is back as Cap. I don't mind that. And while Sam does one part, then you got Steve doing his part. That's good. I got Captain America is a symbol. It's not. It's a mantle. It's a symbol. Anybody can be Captain America. It just you don't have to be a super soldier or be blonde, blue eyes to be. And that's something that I constantly tell some of these young bucks now today. You know, he's it's a mantle. It's not a well. Captain America is done by that. So no, that's why seeing Chris Evans kind of come out and call people out, like all these articles, stupid articles coming up in him, people saying, yeah, well, Chris Evans, wants to come back as Captain. He never said that, and I love that he's coming. And I never said that. He even says it. Mackie is Captain America now. Would I like Chris Evans to come back? Because to me, Steve is not dead. Okay, he's not dead. Would I want Steve back in the MCU under some kind of new role? Yes. This is why I feel, and I keep saying it proudly, where I wish they did not get rid of S.H.I.E.L.D. Steve Rogers would have been the perfect new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. You can't tell me he wouldn't have been. That would have been perfect for him. While Sam could be Captain America. But what do I know? I'm just a fan, right? So now it is 10:03. We said 10, right? Let's get to your questions, and I'm gonna start doing that. But what's the big news? Because it's in the title. What's the big news? Well, guys, if you did not see the video, you should. So I was inspired by a couple of people. One by a friend, Blinky 500, Chris, and a few other people inspired me, and of course, my creative mind just went crazy with it. So I'm adding a new segment later this year to my channel, and what is that? It is known as audio crossover short stories. These short stories will be written by me, yours truly, and then I'm going to do an audio form of it, me reading the story to you. I may add voices, try to do voices, but try to add sound effects. And I recently put up the announcement. And what are these These are basically stories that I've thought of, and these characters are going to be crossing over from whatever. And the only one that has an official date is the first for season 1. Now I said 3, but I meant 4. I planned 4 seasons. And I want to at least get I'm going to announce the first season, but also on tonight's stream, before I even put up the video for it, I'm going to announce season 2. Because season 2's list is right here. Now, I first said, guys, they were going to be 8 stories each season, but that's not true. It's supposed to be 10. There's going to be 10 stories for each season. So I wanted to get out these for you. So let's go into season 1. So the first story will be up October 31st of this year. And that story will be Punisher versus Michael Myers. So I'm going to be doing a story. I'm going to write a story about the Punisher coming to Haddonfield to take out the boogeyman, the shape. Somebody asked me, are the stories that say verses, will they have winners? Some will. This one will have a definitive winner. So believe me, that's the first one, and that's the only one that has an official date. The next story after that will be Xena and Red Sonja story. So I'll have Xena, Warrior Princess, meet the she devil herself, Red Sonja. Another one will be the Avengers meeting the team of Overwatch. Now, when it comes to the teams and things like that, I will mix up like what members you'll see in the stories, like what members will be on the team. But I can tell you right now what team will make up Overwatch in the story. If you all saw the 0 hour short for Overwatch 2, that team at the end, that's the Overwatch team that will be teaming up with the Avengers. Who will they face? I won't tell you. That's where you got to just wait. There's going to be a Teen Titans and Young Avengers story. I'm going to do a Black Panther and Vixen story. I'm going to do a Captain America and the Ghost Who Walks the Phantom story. So that's going to be a period piece story in the 40s. There's also going to be a Luke Cage and Black Lightning story. I'm looking forward to writing that. And there's also a Shang-Chi versus Lady Shiva story that I'm going to write. And there's two more stories, but I'm not going to spoil those for you. Matter of fact, I'll spoil one. We're going to see the Birds of Prey meet the Daughters of the Dragon, Colleen Wing and Misty Knight. In terms of the Birds of Prey, I don't know how many how many members I'm going to have. I might just have the Trinity. I might just have Canary, Babs, and Huntress. Because but I won't spoil what the last one is. So yeah, that's season 1. No official date for the other stories right now, except for the first one. I'm looking forward to writing the Punisher versus Michael Myers. I put that up first, and I had a lot of people was like, "Oh, you better be faithful to, Carpenter's work," and I'm like, "Okay, are you writing it?" You know, like it's just stuff like that. I'll be faithful, but yeah, there will be a definitive winner. Believe me. Where will this story take place in terms of time period? I'm not going to spoil that until it comes up. So let's get to some of your questions. Hold the questions. Let me catch up on some of the questions, and then I'll reveal season 2. Okay. So let's get to some of these questions. So first I'm going to start off with the captain because he dropped the super chat. Captain. So Captain Army says Conan is leaving Marvel. Could they try and get call from IDW? I don't mind that Conan is leaving. I don't mind. That's fine. Conan tends to move around a lot. I don't think it was a long-term plan for him to stay with Marvel. But I'm fine with it. Could they get call? I don't know. It depends on if Marvel wants to have call. I mean, I know call is not as popular as Conan. I mean, call is another Robert E. Howard creation, but when you think about Robert E. Howard, who's the first character you think of? The Sumerian. You're thinking about Sumerian. Yeah, I can say Solomon Kane, people like that. Yes, but it's Conan, and it does bother me. It doesn't bother me too much, but I really wish they had lasted maybe a little bit longer with him under Marvel. But it's fine because I really like seeing Conan interact with other Marvel heroes. Like seeing him interact with Wolverine, that was great. I was like, that was so cool. But yeah, I don't know. It depends. We'll see if Marvel. I mean, they Marvel just picked up the Marvel just picked up a Planet of the Apes. So we'll see. All right. So, did you watch Bastard anime on Netflix? No, I've been busy. Travis, Chris, do you think our heroes will be able to beat Supergirl, Mary Marvel, and Darkseid in Young Justice? Yeah, I think they could. Mary just as soon as I saw that at the end of this season of yeah, last season, Young Just seeing Mary join up with Darkseid, I'm like, Mary, what the hell? Like, but this is playing also into the comics because Mary did kind of turn to the dark side at one point in the comics where she was wearing that same look. The Supergirl one that had my jaw drop because I'm like, I was wondering if Kara was in this world, and wow, I was like, Kara, like the Clark probably doesn't even know she even exists or even know that she's even, and she probably don't even know her cousin is around. So that's going to be interesting. But I do think, I think Kara's gonna turn once she sees that Clark and her cousins are around. Yeah, she'll turn. So yeah, talk to that girl. Oh, that's good. That's good. What do you think about Wonder Man finally coming to the MCU? I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be interesting to see who they pick for Wonder Man. I'm sure they're going to have the his brother. Uh, what? Oh my God, I'm forgetting Simon's brother's name. Uh, hold on. See, because if I don't remember, I'm gonna be pissed. Uh, the Grim Reaper. Excuse me. There we go. So it makes me wonder, how they're gonna play that up. Grim Reaper and things like that. So that's going to be really interesting. I hope he's in it. It does going to make me wonder how he does he get his powers, his ionic powers, like and will he be in his classic form or will he be in his ionic energy form that we saw him later on? Hopefully, it's his classic form, and I hope they showcase. Yeah, he was a stunt man in Hollywood. Yeah, he did stuff. So that's going to be really interesting because I caught up on Ms. Marvel and I'm loving what they're doing in that. I that she's half Jin. I'm like, okay, I can see where they're going. I read an article saying that this could be really dangerous to do, and I saw where the writer was coming from because of the fact that she has Pakistani and Indian descent. You know, it kind of stereotypes the character like she being half Jin and things like that. And I'm like, well, if they're not gonna say that she's inhuman, then where do you go right now? They could still always go back to her being inhuman. We don't know, but I am really enjoying it. I like the family aspect of it. I love the cultural influence of it. Like they're showcasing, Kamala, them showing her Pakistani, but also her Indian roots, because they even go into detail that her father's Pakistani, but her mother is Indian. So, and they go real deep. Like this last episode, she went into the past of 1940s India when shit was going down during that time when it was still under British rule and everything like that. This is during the time Muhammad says Gandhi was still around. So I thought that was really sweet, and I got teared up a little bit with that. When if you haven't seen, I won't spoil it, but there was some scenes in that got me teared up. Um, but yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I mean, we got next month we got She-Hulk, so I'm really looking forward to She-Hulk as well. So yeah, let's see. What if Michael Myers had the dark hole from Marvel? I don't know because I don't. he don't talk. You know, he doesn't read it. I don't. It would. You have to read the Darkholm for it to affect you, and you see. We don't see Michael reading, or he's not a sorceress or a sorcerer. How Thog the strongest of his people? Who? Thank you for. Oh, that's cool. That's really nice. Everything else was once. I read. Okay. Hey, Chris, how's it going? I'm good. Worst TV show you watched? Worst TV show I watched. I'd say any reality TV show. I don't like reality TV. Just had my aunt's memorial this weekend. My whole family showed up. Oh, I'm sorry, Andre. I'm really sorry about that. I know what it's like to lose. Were you close with her? It's still, someone once said to me that even though um, we lose family members and we feel grief and sorrow for it, we should also feel happiness for their ascension. Going, ascension. Feel happy for that because they are ascending to a better place where there's no pain and no suffering, things like that. Especially if that person was a good person, you know. Uh, which DC villain besides Deathstroke would be good enemies to Wolverine? Lady Shiva could work definitely. Uh, I'll even throw Ra's al Ghul up in there. Like, Ra's al Ghul, I could see them kind of going at it because of Cheetah. Cheetah could work too. There's a couple people. I'm still collecting Batgirls. That's cool. So here's a quick question: have you ever read DC's The Terrifics? Yes, I have. I have those. Yes, I have. I love Mr. Terrific. This Michael Holt's one of my favorite DC characters of all time. Third smartest man in the world, baby. Which DC villain would Captain America clash with the most? Uh, well, there are a few Nazi characters, but outside of that, I can see I can see Cap dealing with Deadshot. I can see him dealing with Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, um, I would say Bane, Deathstroke. Um, uh, the group Cobra. They could, yeah. There's a couple of people. Hell, I could see Cap even. He wouldn't be real big fans with Amanda Waller. He'd go at Amanda Waller all the time. Definitely looking forward to the audio stories. They sound awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Drops of Jupiter this Wednesday. Ninja Turtles IDW. The Armageddon game opens moves issue 1 is coming out. I think after a year or two, it's going to be wrapping up. Do you think Splinter could return? Shredder did. Yes. Always room for return. Speaking of turtles, if you haven't read Last Ronin, it's out in trade now. It's in hardcover trade. You can pick it up. I do recommend that. I picked up each issue in single issue, but the trade is out now. I do recommend you getting that. Okay, so am I caught up? Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. And the first rapid fire question I'm gonna ask you guys. Okay, and you all better answer. Okay, so this was the rapid fire questions that one of my Patreons gave me. So I'm gonna ask you the first question. First question, and I'm looking for answers. And when I see those answers, when I see those, hope I see those answers. But after that first question, I'll keep continuing because the next person to ask me a question is Rakai. I'll say first question: favorite pizza topping. Let's hit it. Okay, so hey Chris, I'm late. Anyway, I saw Death Battles Boba Fett versus, and I could say they botched the research and said, and we were getting a elite predator, but gave Boba Fett thoughts. You see, that's what I'm talking about. You see, that's why I don't watch Death Battle anymore. They don't stick to one lore. They go all over the place. It's ridiculous. An elite predator versus Boba Fett. I'm going elite. I really am. Sorry. Another Ninja Turtle question. Did you see the trailer for Ninja Turtles: Rise of the Turtle movie? I don't care for that Turtles cartoon. I really don't. That's another Turtles cartoon I don't care for. I really don't. I don't like the artwork. I don't like the design. I don't like any of it. It's not for me. Okay. Did you think we'll ever see Raven and Starfire and Young Justice? Never say never. What happened if Yujiro Hanma came to Gotham City? Gotham City better be prepared. What's your ranking of the human Green Lanterns? Go watch my video, Caroline. There is a video of me ranking each lantern. I'm not going to do it here. All you need to know is my favorite human Green Lantern is Kyle Rayner. Uh, so I keep hearing that Marvel or someone in the MCU wants Chris Evans to come back as Wolverine. I think he should come back as Johnny Storm. That'll be funny. Have you heard that rumor? Never heard that rumor, but I heard that he is open to come back as uh, a variant of Johnny Storm. You know, because, like how they did with Spider-Man. I wouldn't mind that, but at all, I wouldn't mind seeing him back as Johnny. Not at all. But that rumor is ridiculous. The only person that should be being casted as Wolverine in the MCU is Scott Eastwood. Give that man that role. I love Hugh Jackman, but he did his thing. Times, he doesn't need to do it no more. You want a believable Wolverine who's supposed to be older but looks like he's a man in his 30s or so. Scott Eastwood's the perfect part. There you go. Did you know Spectacular Spider-Man is on? Yes, I do know Spectacular Spider-Man is on Netflix. I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con this year. I wouldn't expect any less from you, Galactus girl, Eliza. I mean, you go there all the time. That's still on my bucket list to get to. Did you hear about James Caan? Yes, I did. 82 years old, a New York native. He represents the Bronx. He's from the Bronx. He's a New Yorker. You know, James Caan. Watching him in movies, you could just smell New York from him. I don't mean it that way, but a New Yorker can tell a New Yorker. It's just like, yeah, that's a New Yorker right there. Um, he had a good run. He had a good career. His son Scott, just as good. He looks just like him too. It's ridiculous. Um, I see Cap going up against Cobra. Yeah. Thoughts on the Ninja Turtle cross Stranger Things toy line that Playmates is not. What? Didn't see that. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. Uh okay, I would love a science Ninja Turtle team Battle of the Planets and Avengers crossover. All right. So, all right, we got some answers from the first question. Rakai says ground beef. Okay. Favorite pizza, pepperoni all day. Love in my own heart. Pepperoni, lettuce, sausage. I can dig a sausage. Um, my favorite pizza topping is the only pizza topping I can have. Uh, Hamburger and bacon with no cheese. Are you lactose intolerant? Bacon, favorite topping. Thank you. Stay safe. My mom and I are able to get into San Diego for free because my mom, being a librarian, is a professional, and professionals get in for free. Oh, you lucky! You lucky. Okay. Do you want to see Carnage at the May? the May villain of Spectacular Spider-Man. Um, I would love to see Spectacular Spider-Man season 3. I still want to see Hobgoblin. That's who was gonna be in the third season. Yeah, I mean, I do want to see all that stuff. I did have chicken on pizza once. Chicken is not bad. Uh, yep. Lactose intolerant as well as some other cheeses. Oh man, that's messed up. Will. All right. So thank you for answering that first question. We gonna move on to the next one for you guys. Okay, next question. This was answered to me. This was asked me, and the person and I regrettably said no, I'm not. But I'm gonna ask it to you guys. Are you a fan of World of Warcraft? Let's hear it. All right. Let's see what's going on. We got one questions from Lorenzo Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls, and I'm gonna shout you out because Lorenzo, I gotta, I gotta shout you out because um, you, you called me out on something earlier, so I gotta call that. So we have one no. Lorenzo says no, I'm not a fan of World of Warcraft. Caroline says no as well. Cyborg says no. Will Miser, he says no. And though those I know that play it warns me to stay away. Wow. Not a fan. Rakai, personally, I dislike the fantasy genre. Really? Wow. I don't play. Okay. So everybody pretty much is saying no. Okay. So, nobody. All right. So those questions asked. So let's reveal the season 2 of. Let's reveal season 2 of also of audio crossover short stories. This is a new segment for anybody who's not heard of it. It is a new segment that is coming to my channel. It starts October 31st, and it's going to be written by me, and then it's going to be read out loud in audio form to you guys. The first story will be Punisher versus Michael Myers, and that'll be October 31st. So that'll be the first story. The other stories have no dates yet, but uh, Punisher versus Michael Myers does. So, but I want to shout out Lorenzo Small because after I had put up the lineup video of the vids. He had came and said, "Knowing you, bro, you probably have season 2 already already made up." And I'm just like, oh my god, like, and I was like, yeah, I kind of do already. And so I put at least 4 stories of season 2 on the community feed, and I it was a poll, and a lot of y'all dug so far. So we're gonna now here's what's gonna happen in season 2 of the audio crossover short stories. So first story is gonna be the crew of Outlaw Star meeting the crew of the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, the question for me that I'm going through is, do I use the more high profile team that's being showcased now with Guardians of the Galaxy, or do I go old school? And even if I do the current, do I do over the top version of Star Lord, or do I do old school Star Lord when he was a badass, the one that I really liked? That's the question. Because I would think I would like that one more to kind of balance or Gene Starwin. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Uh, the second story of season 2 will be Devil May Cry cross Ninja Gaiden. So we're gonna get a Dante and Ryo Hayabusa story together. I've been wanting that game for a long time, but if they ain't gonna make a game, then I'm gonna write a story about it. Next up is GI Joe and Metal Gear Solid. Mainly, it's gonna be Snake Eyes and Snake. That's pretty much what it is. Number 4 is Wolverine versus Bloodshot. Uh, Number 5, the TMNT meet the Road Rovers. I, that one's cool. Number 6, Metroid versus Predator. Uh, Number 7, the 7th is the Flash meets Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, you know what? I want to do a Flash story, but I want him to meet a speedster. And I was like, I'm not doing Quicksilver. I was like, let's do Sonic. Let's do Sonic. So yeah. Number 8 will be the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, Daredevil, Ninja Turtles. So yeah, there's going to be 2 Ninja Turtle stories in season 2. Number 9, Captain Marvel meets Starfire. So I'm like, oh yeah, I love me some Corey. So, and number 10 will be Tarzan versus Craven the Hunter. So that, yeah. So I've already have all of season 1 and season 2 ready, and so I already know the lineups of those. So I'm looking forward to gearing up to do these. So I'm ready. Just my creative juices is flowing. So far, I've only have 4 seasons planned. Each season will be 10 stories, and I have that planned. So I'm looking forward to doing these stories. Um, it'll be it will be just me just having fun, but also with some of them, there will be definitive winners, especially ones that have the titles versus some may not. If I'm doing teams, like for example, in season 1, guys, I'm doing, for example, season 1 has the Avengers meeting the team of Overwatch, and I've already told you guys once again. Okay, what's the lineups going to be for those teams? The lineup for Overwatch is going to be, if you've seen Zero Hour, that short for Overwatch 2. At the end of that short, when the French police officer says, "Monsieur, Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?" And Winston said, "Yes, yes." That team, that lineup right there, that's what I'm going to use for the story. Now, for the Avengers, is going to be a little differently, and that kind of goes same thing with the Teen Titans and Young Justice story that I'm gonna do. Young Avengers, excuse me. Young Avengers team is going to be the original team. So we're talking Patriot, Kate, um, Cassie, Wiccan, Hulkling, Speed, those. And for the Teen Titans, you'll see. All I know for sure, the Robin that's going to be on that team is Tim Drake. It ain't going to be Damien or anything. I'm not writing no. I am not writing any Damien stories. I can tell you that right now. Fuck that character. Fuck him. I'm not even joking. I'm dead serious. I'm not. If I do it, Damian Wayne versus, you better believe I'm killing him. I got no love for that character. I don't. I'm dead serious about that. I don't like Damian Wayne. So yeah, those are. I am also going to do a separate video for season 2, but I just wanted to get that out there right now. I'm looking forward to writing these and then doing it on camp. Well, mic wise, you'll hear my voice, but you won't see me. I'll just, because I'm going to be reading the story, so you'll see that. Anyway, let us go back to the questions. Quentin says, "What should TMNT versus Predator be about?" Well, the basis of a predator story is always the predator sees that person as a worthy quarry. And if they did do a turtles versus predator, it would be tough because there's four of them, and the predators is one. I'm not saying that it couldn't handle them, but it's usually I could see him trying to hunt them down. So yeah. Travis, play Crash Bandicoot 4. It's very hard. Okay. Personally, I don't have a lot of respect for a lot of video game fandoms. Uh, why? Good day, Chris. 12:29 p.m. here in Australia. Been having nonstop rain as of late. Wow. Well, isn't that kind of a good thing, especially because you know Australia's most lot of desert, but rain can be bad too because you get mudslides and stuff like that. Which here we go another one. I think Cyborg, you've asked me this question before too. What Marvel villains other than Thanos would be good? Yes, you have. You asked me this question before. You asked me about what Marvel character would be good villains for Superman. You've asked me this question like a couple of weeks ago. Same thing. Um, and in response to wow, no, I'm not a fan and never will be, but one of my mates loves it. Love it online. Okay. Do you have people voicing these characters? No, I'm not gonna really have people voices the characters. If I do the voice, it'll be me. It'll be kind of like if you ever watched a YouTuber called Mr. Nightmare, he does short horror stories. That's just him narrating it. And that'll just be me. And if I do a voice, like if for example, like let's see. Um if I want to do like a voice for Michael Myers, he's just you just breathing like heavily, so I could just do that. Um so it's stuff like that. Um but it'll just be me voicing the character. It's not going to be people. I'll add sound effects of like if I want to really acknowledge that Punisher is shooting at Michael with like a machine gun, I'll add a machine gun sound effect in it, like things like that. So that'll just be it. But it's gonna be me just voicing it. If I feel like it, then I'll do it. But I might get a little help from a friend of mine to like make some of the posters because he's really good at it because he does a lot of Photoshop stuff. I'll ask my boy, my friend Bernice, to do it because he does a lot of that. That's better. What's next? Let's answer some more before I go to question number 3 on the list. I like this. This is fun because you guys always ask me. You should ask us questions too, Chris. So the rapid fire questions. I'm looking forward to doing more rapid fire questions from my Patreon. So I really like that because that was really me basically. It was rapid fire. I couldn't stop. I could really think. I just go 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 go. I like doing that. That was fun. Plus, I had this really cool theme in the back that was just pumping me up. So I was like, oh, okay, I got it. All right, here we go. Uh, Liza Galactus Girl says, I'd love a Metroid versus Predator. Yeah, I was thinking about it, and I'm just like, okay, uh, I want to use Samus in one of my stories. So, what would be a good adversary for her? But I wanted it to be alien based. And then there's even point I'm thinking about doing Predator in the Mass Effect universe, like him going after I think Grunt or Rex, one of the Krogans. Yeah, that'd be great. I love that. Shepherd. Sorry. So here's an interesting question: who would win in a fight, Queen La from Tarzan or Red Sonja from Conan? Well, um, I'm going still with Red Sonja, and that's Disney version. That's cool. Are you going to see the new Minions movie, Chris? My partner wants to see it so badly, but personally, I'm not so much. I've never. I don't mind that franchise, but it's not really from. What are you looking for? Oh, isn't it in the kitchen? Check. I saw it in the kitchen. Um, the whole like Despicable Be that's where they're from. I like the Minions, but I don't know if I would pay money to see it. Like I'll just wait till it comes on streaming or something like that. I'm not really. It was never really on my radar for movies to go see. Just that's just me. Uh, I wouldn't mind a TMNT versus Battletoads versus tattooed teenage alien fighters from Beverly Hills Three. Oh Jesus Christ! I remember that was a mouthful. Hey Chris, what's good, Nathan? Kind of sick of the Minions, to be honest. I don't hate them. It's just yeah, I just you know, but they make a lot of money and just I know to run with it. How about a Batman Darkwing Duck crossover? We'll see. Um, these are I don't know what season three will start off with, but before they start going really over the top like that, we'll see. Because I'm trying to. If I did that, I would like, okay, what villain from Darkwing Duck could match with Batman? Think about that for a minute. With the Sonic one, it's a little easier for me to do with Sonic meeting Flash, because I kind of already picture what I would want to write in that. Um, should Hunt from uh, the Haunt, you mean, not the Hunt, the Haunt from Image Comics get a movie. Rather see the Haunt get an animated or a series better because you need more time to explain that character. You can't just. I don't like characters that maybe not too many people outside of the community or fandom know about. You just throw them in a movie and then it's like you don't have time to explain the character really. TV shows work better, sometimes they really do. Have you seen Chippendales Rescue Rangers? I have seen it. I have seen it. I really enjoyed it. I still need to put up my review of that. Depending on where you are in Australia, we have several floods in certain areas, but it didn't affect us. Luckily, that's good. Okay, next question, and I want some answers. This was another question. Number three: would you live in Hawaii? Ukalakaliki. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the next question. That was the question. Would you live in Hawaii? Let's go. Let's see. All right. While I'll get some answers for that, let's move on to the next. Will says, "Will there be cameos like maybe Snake Plissken and Snake Jailbird being taken on or for Snake and uh we'll see because basically I'll the story what I plan for Snake Eyes and Solid Snake because it is going to be Solid Snake. Um, it will depend also where I take place, where I take the story. So in terms of like the setting, I don't mind rain as long as it is done overbearing, but prefer to over the heat. I could get that. You're still gonna have dialogue in these stories, right? Yeah, the dialogue is gonna be me talking. So whenever a character is talking, yeah, that's gonna be me talking for them and things like that. It's not things like that. Cyborg again. Which villains would be good enemies for the Punisher? Take your pick. Take your pick with that. You could you can a handful. How it do? I mean, what's up, Bill? I don't think Bill heard the lineup for somebody even put it half of Gotham. Thank you. It is I. Yeah, thank you. It is I. Half of Gotham. They would come out there. So for Bill, I don't think you were here. You missed it, but I announced season two of the audio short stories. Um, they're actually going to be 10 stories for each season. I got planned for 4 seasons so far. Now I announced one more story for season one because I only did eight. It was supposed to be 10. I'm leaving the number 10 a secret, but uh, number nine, the ninth story in season one will be the Birds of Prey meeting the Daughters of the Dragon, Colleen Wing and Misty Knight. So, uh, I might only use the Trinity: Dinah, Huntress, and Barbara. But they're gonna meet now for season two, Bill, because I know you were very interested. You wanted to hear this, so here we go. I think you already know the first four, but if you don't remember, it's going to be the crew of Outlaw Star meeting the crew of Guardians of the Galaxy. We're going to get Devil May Cry, Ninja Gaiden. So we're going to have Dante meeting Ryu Hayabusa. G.I. Joe, Metal Gear Solid, which is basically a Snake Eyes and Solid Snake story. We're going to get Wolverine versus Bloodshot. Number five is going to be the TMNT meeting the Road Rovers. You remember that cartoon? Number six, Bill, is going to be Metroid versus Predator. Number seven is the Flash meets Sonic the Hedgehog. Number eight, the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, Ninja Turtles. So they're going to be two Ninja Turtle stories. Number nine will be Captain America meets Starfire. No, Captain Marvel. Sorry, Captain Marvel. And the 10th story will be Tarzan versus Craven the Hunter. There you go. Yeah, I mean, the Despicable Me Minions trailer is all right, but I still wish Mega Mind had a sequel. I enjoyed Megamind. That was fun. I did enjoy it. I do like DreamWorks animated stuff too. Like, one of my favorite DreamWorks outside of like Shrek, is Over the Hedge. I really love that. I love that. That's awesome. Shouts out to Bruce Willis because he was a voice, he voiced a character in that. So yeah, anytime I Bruce Willis comes up now, I'm just like, damn. Like, uh, honestly, I would love to see a TMNT Sailor Moon story, one set with either the Mirage Turtles or the Turtles from the Batman crossover. Hmm, interesting. I see those minions everywhere. I shot, man. Like, I understand that. I'm pretty sure Batman and Darkwing Duck met in the comics. I don't think so. Here's a quick question: what would Midnighter and Apollo think of Deadpool and Cable? Uh, Odd coupling, but they seem to be good friends. But Midnight and Apollo are a married couple. They're, uh, so, questions. Here we go. Lorenzo says, yes, I would. He would live in Hawaii. Okay. Uh, if it weren't too so expensive, I would. Bill says, maybe. Hawaii, nice place, but my home is Philly. Sure, it's rough, but hey, yo, we're East Coast boys, okay? And trust me, I've been through Philly, and Philly to me is a place that I look at and I'm like, I made it in New York. I can make it here if I wanted to move there. And there's a typical, really good reason for me to move there if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm a New York boy, but I do like the beach and I do like Hawaii. You know, every time I watch like shows that are based in Hawaii, I'm like, it would be nice to just wake up and, you wake up to the waves and stuff like that. That's why I appreciate like you Aussies, especially who live on the coastal cities like the Gold Coast and all that stuff. And I'm like, yo, like some of these, they wake up to that. That's cool. I like that. Uh, Homelander versus Black Adam. Going Black Adam. I would live in Hawaii, but I don't see myself leaving my home state. Okay, maybe I'd be nice and hot, but being around the water might be a problem. Will, do you have aquaphobia too? Oh man, please don't tell me you have aquaphobia. Only if I could afford it. No, it doesn't matter. Like, I understand that, guys. Yes, Hawaii is very expensive. but just pulling off of Orson Welles. Uh, do you Japanese voice actors where Solid Snake and Big Boss were father and son? What? I don't get that question. Craven versus the Ultimate Warrior from his Insane Warrior comics would how would that go? Oh Jesus, that's weird. That's weird. Dinah, Huntress, and Barbara, all you need for the Birds of Prey. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking of doing the a full team. I'm just thinking about doing the Trinity, meeting the Daughters of the Dragon, Colleen and Misty. Uh, what made you want to write Starfire and Captain Marvel? Because I love, first of all, I love Corey. I'm a huge Starfire fan. One of my bros, Blue Goblin, loves Starfire just as much as I do, maybe even more. But I love Corey. I love Starfire. I love just her attitude on, she doesn't hide her emotions, which no Tamaranians do. They think that's bad to do. If they tell you they love you or something, like, they mean that. Like, they don't hide that. I love that. Um, forget what she dresses like. I'm talking about just a character. I love Corey as a character. She is strong. She's got good leadership. If she wanted to, if she wanted to, if I was building my own Justice League, she'd be on it. She'd be on the team. Outside of, if I wanted to remove her from the Titans, she'd be on the Justice League. And Carol, I've written Carol before on a fanfic, and I enjoy writing Carol. People who were reading my fanfic really liked that how I wrote Carol. They're like, "Oh, you write her really well." I'm like, "Yeah, I took a lot of influence from Kelly Sue DeConnick, how she wrote Carol. I like how she wrote Carol. Not an asshole like uh, Bendis wrote. Bendis wrote her terribly. I was like, nope. I'm digging these stories quite outside the box. Yeah, the crossovers were also just for me to kind of use my creative juices, but also be outside of the box a little bit with a lot of them. I'll do more in the other seasons. Like, I will do more that maybe we can actually have seen. But even with like stories like um like when they did the Spider-Man Batman crossovers, you know, they basically made it seem like they were in the same universe. Because when Batman was fighting Carnage, he literally said, "This isn't New York, Spider-Man. Go home. I don't need you." And it was like, wait, and I remember when I first read that comic, I was like, wait, are they trying to say that they're in the same universe? So there will be stories where it feel like they're in the same universe. But if you're looking for stories like, hey Chris, will you do a Green Lantern and Nova story? Yeah, that's been on my list for a long time. Richard Rider and not it'll be Richard Rider and Kyle Rayner. If I do it, it'll be Kyle Rayner. It's not going to be Hal. It's not going to be, no. It's going to be my favorite human Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner. I like Hal. I like John Stewart, but they get oversaturated. They get over pushed more than Kyle. Kyle always gets pushed to the back or shitted on, and I hate that. I In his own company, I'm like, what the fuck is I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? He's a great character. You know, come on. My home is Oklahoma. That's that's Cherokee country, my tribe, right there. So yeah, for all those who don't know, yes, my mother is part Cherokee. So yeah, uh, that's where the big Cherokee reservation is. Oh, I must have missed that question. No, I would. I no, I wouldn't. But I'd love to visit Hawaii. I heard the Waikiki area really is. I hail from the savage hotlands of Florida. Yeah, yeah, I know that, Bill. Yeah, I've been to Sunshine State a couple of times. I have family that live down in Tallahassee. Um, I've been to Orlando plenty of times, twice for MegaCon. Been to Miami, but I applaud you because that's hurricane country, and anytime the hurricane comes, I'm always calling my friends down in Miami or my family, and I'm like, "Are y'all okay?" Like, cause that I can't deal with that. Like, that's crazy. I'm like, nope. I'd rather live somewhere colder. Well, come to New York. Nice blend. I'm just saying. Nope. Sickle cell anemia. God, man. Well, damn. What's your thoughts on the Captain America 4 director, and what would you like to see from Sam taking up the mantle? I'm cool with the director. I know the same people that wrote the Falcon Winter Soldier series is going to be the writers, so I'm all for it. The one thing I want is Sam to still feel he still feels a little bit like this is a big deal, but still feel a little scared. I don't want him just going, yeah, I'm Captain America, but still be confident, but also nervous about taking up this mantle. I still want the villains to be the Serpent Society. I want it to be that. They've already said that he's gonna it's gonna feel like a Rocky story, like he's still an underdog. I love a good underdog story. And let's be honest, Sam, you got to remember, Sam is not a super soldier. He's a soldier in the MCU. He's a soldier, but he's not a super soldier. He's not. He doesn't. He if he gets hit, he doesn't. He or he hits or he's not going to heal as quick as Steve would. So I like that. I don't mind that at all. Not really. Okay, Imagine Starfire meeting raised by a Mandalorians or the Krogan. Uh, I could. I think they would probably want to mate with. We're talking about before the Genophage. If they would probably want to mate with her, but yeah. Okay, where can I find your fanfics if I can? Um, I will leave. Uh, I'll leave that in the in the. Uh, I'll I'll s- I'll send it to you another time, Carol. I'm not gonna go look for it right now. But yeah, it's on fanfic.net. So yeah, I did a whole. It was me and a couple of guys. We did a whole universe. We called it. It was Marvel, but it was called Earth 6162 or something like that. I forgot what it was called. But we were like, we would have we have characters from other franchises, but we would Marvel them. Like for example, we had Kenshi from Mortal Kombat, but we integrated him into the Marvel universe. Like he had a Marvel origin. Like he was instead of him being the in the Mortal Kombat universe, he was born in the Marvel universe. And I think I made him a mutant, but a blind mutant with telekinesis and things like that. We kept most of the stories still the same, but his powers and stuff. It was cool. I actually like that. Um, uh, so you're using the Carol Danvers version. What made you decide her? Because I wanted to do a female character meeting another female character. I didn't want to do Marvel. I wanted to do. I have nothing against Marvel. I wanted to do Carol. So yeah. Okay. Let's stop right there. Next question. All right. So I'm gonna do two. Okay. So we're gonna do number 4 and number 5. I'm looking forward to the answers. Dogs or cats? When I said it, I was both. I'm a dog and a cat person. And number 5, favorite big cat. That's easy. Tiger. I'm a I love tigers. Beautiful animals. I mean, all the big cats are beautiful, but it's just something about tigers that just it's like, man, they're beautiful, dangerous, but beautiful. Yeah. So those are the next question. Looking forward. So going back to the questions. Quentin, do you think the Darkness and Hellraiser crossover is a good idea? I wouldn't mind that. depending. I would Helsing Hellraiser. I remember a lot of comic companies just wrote crossovers where they wrote them like they were in the same universe. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like there may be some of my stories where it just feels like they're in the same universe. Or if I do like, oh, they got ported to this universe, you'll know. If you wrote a story about Batgirls, what kind of story would it be? Um, I already have something planned for Batgirl. I don't want to spoil it, but it does involve Babs. One story does involve Babs. The other story involves Cassandra. So there's gonna be two Batgirl stories. So, Record of the Lotus music. Oh, that's good shit right there. That's good shit. I love that. Hurricanes are always a bitch to deal with. That's why I always pray for all the citizens in Florida. I'm like, yo, I can't. That shit, man. That even I mean, we felt hurricane. I forgot what hurricane up here in New York, and that was a bitch. Like just seeing um freeways underwater, seeing that shocked, scared the shit out of me. I was like, what? Damn! Like there's a big there's a freeway not too far from me called 287 that was completely underwater. I forgot what her it came up, but yeah, shit like that. Like where the subway tunnels in the city were underwater. I was that. Ever listen to Kate Bush? No, I don't think so. She good? I never lived anywhere where it never gets cold. Well, you're in the South. See, you're in the South. You're in the Southwest. You're in Oklahoma, right next to Texas, and it gets hot in Texas. So you're you're not gonna be anywhere close. A Tamarine and Krogan hybrid would be terrifying. Yeah, that would. Well, yeah, I'm. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, because if we because the thing about what I love about the Mass Effect universe, especially when it comes like to the Asari, you know, they they can mate with anybody, but they still turn out to be Asari. They just take traits of that person. So, for example, if an Asari mates with a human, she's that it's still going to be an Asari. Like I really like their culture. Like they're sorry they feel like mating with other species is great. If an Asari mates with another Asari, which is a pureblood, it's looked at being like because Liara Liara was is a pureblood, and if you played the game, they would razz on her about it too, like you pure blooded bitch, and I'm like, what's wrong with being a pureblood? Like, so it's really sometimes sad to see that. I'm like, wow, look at the kind of the detriment and a little bit of a racism even in the culture. Like, whoa. That's why Mass Effect is such a great game. Not maybe not for the gameplay, but just for the story alone. That's why I keep saying there's really no need to do a movie or anything. Go play the games. That's your movie right there. What is the worst show? Teen Titans or Thundercats Roar? Uh, I don't like any of them, so there you go. Florida is also the home of the key lime pie. Yeah, that's in the Florida Keys, which I've never been to. And key lime pie is my favorite pie, even more than apple. Blasphemy! Yeah, I said it. My favorite pies, if I was to rank them, is key lime pie, sweet potato pie. Yeah, my family's from the South, so originally from South Carolina. Sweet potato pie, apple would be next. I love key lime pie, especially if it's made fresh. Oh, it's good shit. Anytime I go out to a restaurant and they got key lime pie as desserts, I'm ordering it. When I go to the Cheesecake Factory, I order key lime pie cheesecake. I love anything key lime pie flavored. Key lime pie, Greek yogurt. I will knock that shit down so quickly. I'm dead serious. I see it. There's one time I went to the supermarket and I was stocking up on my yogurts because I do eat a lot of yogurt, and I saw the key lime pie. um, Greek yogurt. I just went like this, and people just looked at me, and I said, "What?" And I just walked away. It was so funny. As when I was putting, when I was, they were ringing it up. The woman even said, "Oh my, you got over 20 key lime pie." I was like, "Yeah, I like it." She's like, "Don't you ever get tired of it?" I was like, "No." Then she threw me some coupons. She was like, "Here, take these. Next time, use these." And I was like, "But it was only they're only $1, so I got $20 worth of key lime pie Greek yogurt." Is funny. I like that so. Um, I'm both a dog and cat person. That's good. I mean, using Carol instead of other females, that's fine because I have plans for other like Monica. I have plans for Monica. Dog, I'm allergic to cats. Okay? I love I both love tigers and snow leopards. Cats, Travis is a lion. My favorite cat, uh Lino. I mean real cats, dude. Like, okay, come on. I'm a dog and a cat person myself, okay? That's good. Ooh, looking forward to those cat. Okay. Uh who owns the Darkness Comics? Top Cow or Image? Top Cow is under Image, so they're both under that. Can you see Tamaranians in the Star Wars universe? Yeah, kinda. I can see that. I'm not really a cat or dog kind of person, but I'm a sucker for guinea pigs. For some reason, guinea pigs are loud. I don't mind, but when they want to eat, like they just make them. I'm like, my cousin had guinea pigs, and a guinea pig name was Honey Bun. That was an and she was such a little diva, greedy little thing. Like you feed her, next thing you know, 12 a.m. comes, like ready, and I'm like, no, we're not feeding you. She would just go over and over about that. That's funny. It's funny. Let's see. Uh, all right, let's see what we're going at next. Okay, line. Okay. Felt bad for Krogan Char. Yeah, who would play? Who would play Jackie Estacado? I'm still trying to figure out who I would get uh, to play that character if I was thinking about it. That's I'm not really good at coming off the fly. Sometime with fan casting, I'm good at it. I'm pretty good at it, but I'm not like off the cuff. Nah. Hey, me too. I rank key lime pie very high with Apple. I don't even like apple pie. Well, you're Australian. You don't. No, I'm just fucking. Man. No, I'm messing with you. No. What if Jason Voorhees showed up in Gotham, punching heads off of stuff? Yeah, that'd be funny. Jason takes over Gotham. Man, that'd be some trouble for Batman. But I don't think it'd be too much trouble because he's faced Solomon Grundy. Hey Chris, you gotta send key lime pies my way, dude. I just cured the genophase in my playthrough of Mass Effect. Rest in peace to Mortis. Yeah, I did that too. I even when I first played the first Mass Effect 3, I was gonna cure it anyway. I wasn't gonna let them die. I was like, no, I'm gonna. The whole concept of the Solarians doing that was just like, what the fuck? Like they were so scared that the Krogans were gonna multiply and they were gonna attack everything, and they are a warrior race, but you know when if you're friends with them, they trust you. You made a look in second two in the second one. Would you go see Rex? when he got people talking to him. As soon as he sees Shepherd, he pushing everybody out of the way, and you just see the sheer amount of love in his voice. He's like, yeah, Shepherd, my friend. Like he's so happy to see you. It's and even when you go back to Earth, ready to stop the Reapers, who's there with the Krogan? Rex. He says, I'm with you to the end, brother. Or if you made a female shepherd, sister, you did what you did for them, they do it in return. That's what's so cool about that. Love that. I really love that. Um, Lorenzo Small says, I'm a dog person. Will Myers, oh, favorite real cat, Tasmanian Tiger. Okay, even though they look more canine, this I think they were more canine, but I'll allow it. Lorenzo says ligers are my favorite big cats. Yeah, but they're only made in captivity. They're not made in the wild, but they are, yeah, big. I've seen some couple of videos of ligers, and they're the what happens when you crossbreed a tiger and a lion. I think a male lion and a tigress, and if a male a tiger and a female lion crossover, it's called something else. Uh, but yeah, they get real big, but they don't live too long though. I'm not mistaken, they don't live too long, but they're huge. I don't mind the noise. Dogs are very loud. We live in a neighborhood surrounded by yapping dogs. Uh, can Street Fighter's version, can Street Fighter's version and rules of chi and ki keep up, and maybe even defeat Force users like Sith Lords? I would. That's a good question. Okay, I really like that question. That's because in the Street Fighter universe, Ki and Chi, it's able to make the force fields, the fireballs or this and that, and when you come to the force seems like it's more, the way I kind of look at the force is more, it's telekinetic. It's just, you're just a telekinetic in my opinion. You can move things or hold things and things like that, but could they like move a fireball out of the way that's coming at them? Or like, let's say if Ryu, instead of doing a fireball, he does the Demjin Hadouken, which is the electrified ball, or he does the Shinku, which is the beam. Could somebody with the force move that out the way? Good question. That's a really good question. I'm gonna have to say maybe not, and I don't care if it sparks some kind of what you Star Wars fans. I'm just saying it could. That's a good question. Pennywise versus Phantom Stranger win. Phantom Stranger is immensely strong. People downplay how powerful that character is, even though he doesn't fight very much. But yeah, downplay. Okay, next question. Oh wait, I'll answer after the captains. Do you think it's time for a new Lone Ranger? I would be down for a new Lone Ranger show. I'm a big fan of the Lone Ranger. Um, I like the concept, but we all know where that concept came from. Mr. Bash Reeves. I don't care what anybody says. Bash Reeves is the inspiration of the Lone Ranger. But I would love a Lone Ranger new series. It would be under Disney, unfortunately. Yeah, it would be, because I don't think the Lone Ranger is a public domain character. But if they did a Lone Ranger, I would love for them to do a Lone Ranger series. I would love for them to do a Lone Ranger series based off the Dynamite comic. Um, there was a Dynamite comic that the Lone Ranger did where it was kind of like they kind of mixed the Lone Ranger mixed with Batman Begins. It was so good, where they showcased, uh, the even the way they portrayed the he was almost like a Ranger, which was good. And Turnbull. I mean not Turnbull. The oh, fuck is his name? I'm forgetting his name. Cavendish. Yeah, he was really crazy in that, but it was really good. John Cassaday did the artwork. It was beautiful. There's a big omnibus of it. If you never read it, go read it. It's great. It was a good series. It was really well done. It was just perfect, and I would love to see that kind of come to life for a Lone Ranger. Did I mind the last Lone Ranger movie? Uh, it had its moments, but I think it went too much on comedy, which I didn't like. If I want a Lone Ranger, I want it to be real kind of serious. I want a serious Lone Ranger show. Um, my favorite part is probably the end where they played that classic music where him and jumping from train to train. I mean, it's funny, but I love that scene because it was just I like that. That was really cool because that as soon as that theme came on, I'm like I was into it. I was like, oh, here we go, and then he said, yeah, and he started, and him and Silver jumped up from the roof to the train. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, get the fuck out of there. Well, no way that horse would make it, but I love favorite is that was when on the train and and Butch Cash Havenitz had John's sister-in-law, and he they ducked because it was a tunnel, and she's like, no, and John and Lightning Silver had to run, and he's like, yeah, go, 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 and he just made it. So I was like, oh, that was cool. And I also like where the scene where um he says, what you gonna do, counselor? Shoot me? And he's like, yeah, I am. And he thought like he had her, and he's like, "You wouldn't want me to let her go, would you?" And he's like, "Yeah, go ahead, let her go." She got a big mouth, and she's like, "John," and he just said, "Dude," and she landed on Silver, which was hilarious. I thought that was funny. I thought the end scene, that whole end sequence with the train, I loved the best out of the whole movie. That's probably my favorite part. But there were some scenes in there that I did like in the movie, but when it comes to like the Native American stuff, I'm really I get real close with because of my family being what it is. But I understand that's what it was like back then. It's not easy sometimes, but is I do like the part where he said, you know how it is so many people that's supposed to work for the law, but they don't. This the villain has the cavalry. He's got the cavalry under his rule. He's got the railroad, and I love that line. He says, "If that's what I'd rather be an outlaw." I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense." It was, and I didn't mind. I mean, I really wish they really got a real Native American actor to play Tonto. I understand, you know, Johnny Depp does have some indigenous blood in his family, like me, so I understand that. But when I see roles like that, I'm like, should go to a Native American indigenous actor, instead of someone who is half like me or something like that, or they got a quarter of it. No, go to a real person. I don't like that. I really don't like that. But yeah, there were parts of the movie I did like, but a serious Lone Ranger. I want to make sure who acts that. Captain, a serious Lone Ranger show, I would be down for it. I think Lone Ranger is one of those characters that I think needs a new revival. Um, and don't give me, well, westerns don't work anymore. That's a load of crap. That's a load of crap. It's a load of crap. I hate that. Good question. Would Batman be forced to break his rule if Jason showed up? Yeah, I do think he might have to might kill Jason if he had to. Didn't hate Mortis. Yeah, didn't hate Mortis either. Mortis was cool. Ever listen to audiobooks? Yeah, I do. Tasmanian Tiger is a marsupial, like a yeah, right. Yeah, it's like a canine marsupial. So they were not really cats. And there's rumors that say they still exist, and I'm like, okay, you show me proof of that. You know, Show me proof, because I know they went extinct a long time ago. Favorite big cat, saber-toothed tiger, Smilodon. Okay, imagine they were still around. Smilodon, saber-tooths. I remember I went back and played Far Cry Primal, and I was and the saber tooth was in that. Um, and I'm just like, man, imagine you're one of those people and you're hunting, and all of a sudden a saber tooth comes and to take your kill, because that's what happens in the beginning with Takar and his tribe of the Winjai. They took out this young mammoth, and they're praying to it, like, walk free, thanking the mammoth for its sacrifice. And all of a sudden you see birds fly, and all of a sudden this saber tooth jumps on top of it and just like, yeah, it's mine now, like, and it's just going and they're sticking their little spears at it, and all of a sudden it leaps right on top of this one of the females and just tears her to shreds. And I'm like, imagine seeing something that big coming at you. Like, I've seen bones of saber tooth in museum right here in New York, in the Museum of Natural History. They got there's a bones, fossilized bones of saber tooth, and just seeing how big their fucking that tusk is, I'm like, could you imagine that thing coming at you, and knowing, and you imagine getting chased by one of them, and then what are you going to do if it catches you? What are you going to do, really? Like they always say, and I've seen zoologists and people say, like, what would happen if you are attacked by a tiger or something like that? Nothing. Like, they even say it. They always say, with the bear, cover up, and I'm like, I hear that stuff, and I'm like, if a grizzly's coming at me, I'm supposed to play dead or cover up my vitals. As powerful as that thing is, and as small as I am, I'm a small guy. So even that thing just pushing on me, that's gonna break something. A tiger, like, I've seen what happens when, even if you try to defend against tigers, you're getting shredded. Lions, these things, these cats, if they don't want you in their area, they're gonna tell it to you. But people misunderstand bear attacks. Bear attacks happen because, one, you're in their territory. Two, that's either a female sow protecting its young. They look at that. That's where most of these bear attacks happen, because the cubs are near. And that's a mama coming at you. And I've seen plenty of it where you see how these mamas come and they're like, so yeah. But even just watching, like, The Revenant, when I was like, oh Jesus Christ, like, Jesus Christ, seeing that, I was like, and then people making fun of it, like, oh, DiCaprio got raped. I'm like, the fuck, he got mauled. And then, and to me, he should have stopped while he was ahead. He got back up and looked around, see what, and shot back at, and then the second attack happened. I was like, yeah, the amazing that he crawled all the way back to civilization under that was ridiculous. Okay. Was you mad that they killed Thane? Oh, yeah, yeah. I was kind of, yeah, I was mad at. I was like, once I was able to kill Kai, I was like, yeah. But you got to also remember, Thane was dying anyway. He was dying already. He had a condition that was killing him. Um, so it was sad, but Thane was a badass too. Like, even with his sickness, he was still able to stay with Kyle. He was still he was handling him until he turned his back real quick. Raphael and Red Hood versus Winter Soldier and the Punisher. Who wins? Uh, I don't know, because I don't even think Bucky would get along with Frank. I don't. Favorite big cat is from the Captain Jaguar. Jaguars are pretty too, and you could tell the difference between a jaguar and a leopard. Jaguar have a bigger head. Their head is a lot bigger. You could tell big difference. Big difference. All right. Uh, military background. Oh, true. Yeah, you could say that, but we've seen we've seen. Oh well, and you got to remember, Raph has a temper. So, and Jason, I'm not the biggest fan of Jason. So yeah. All right, so let me move on to the next. Okay, here's a good one. Here's the next two. This is the next two of the rapid fire questions that was asked to me by one of my patrons. Star Wars or Star Trek? And the seventh, favorite Bat family member. So for six, I said both. I think, yeah. But I'm and for favorite Bat family member, I said Nightwing. Have at it. Next up, Rex is my boy, but Garrus is my bro. Yeah, my friend Mr. Multi loves Garrus for Garrus. Tally are my favorite teammate. Garrus is my bro. I love Tally. I love Tally too. Tally, when you were able to choose her as a love interest in the second one, I chose her. I made so many shepherds because I wanted to see what all the relationships were like, and especially in the third one. Oh my god, to see Tally at the end of the DLC where you send her back and she just like her crying because you can't see her face just made me cry because I'm like, oh Tally, please don't cry. Where she's like, Tally, you got to go home, you got to do this, and she's like, I have a home. She's like, I have a home with you, and it's like, oh my gosh, like don't do this to me, like she's like, don't leave me behind. I'm like, and just hearing her say, come back to me, I'm like, oh, my heart. It's like, oh my heart. Tally did it for me. Yeah. Thoughts on a new Zorro show we're getting? Yeah, I'm wondering about that. I'm a big Zorro fan. De La Vega, I'm a big Zorro fan. So, hey Chris, what what's your thoughts on the Midnight Suns game? Will you pick it up? Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. When it comes out. Uh, I wish I understand why they're putting more familiar characters in it because none of those characters like Spider-Man and Captain America, Iron Man, all those were on the Midnight Suns. The original team or not, but I understand why. But at least you do have a lot of mystical characters on there. You got Blade there, who was a part of the Midnight Suns, Doctor Strange, people like that. I will check it out. Night. Uh, Lions and tigers are not domesticated animals. I can't stand it when people try and keep them as pets. I don't mind like sanctuaries. Like there's a big sanctuary in Myrtle Beach that has lions and tigers that were they took them from like circuses and they to live out their lives, and I like that because people don't look at like circus animals, and you forget what the circus did to those animals. You know, I can't support that. Like seeing what they did to the elephants and things like it's crazy. But yeah, I can understand that. Like they're not pets. They're not pets. They're not something you're supposed to be, you know, keeping as a pet. So yeah. All right. Let's see where we at. Well, it looks like the is a marsupial. Why is it called a tiger? I'll go with the rare black tiger then. Yeah. Wasn't Depp Tonto in the previous? Yeah, he was. That's one of the reason why I didn't watch it. Yeah, he was Tonto, and they kind of made him more of a spirit walker. He was more of a even from his war paint and everything was different. Hey Chris, love to see Conan make his MCU appearance in the future. I don't think that's ever going to happen because Conan is not really owned by Marvel. The license for the Conan from Marvel is leaving, so no. Alucard from Helsing versus Jackie Estacado. You asked me that question before, and I said depends. Who's this Mortis y'all keep talking about? Mortis the wrestler or Chris? No, I didn't hate him. No, more Din, not Mortis. More Din. He's from the game Mass Effect. Far Cry set in the old west. Could it work, or is it too similar to? No, because they've done it. They've done an old west. What was it called? Uh, it was like I think it was a Mexican name. I forget what it was called. But yeah, Juarez, something Juarez. I think that was the name of it. I wouldn't mind a an old west Far Cry game. I was crazy that they did a game set in 10,000 BC. I was like, that's crazy, but it was cool. If the Joker were to die, do you think it would stop being producing light in Gotham and daybreak? Uh, it gets day in it gets day in Gotham. I've seen it get daytime. I mean, but they just always show Gotham at night. Spawn versus Alucard from Soul Eater. Uh, Alusure. Maybe Alusure. Alusure. Ashura. Thane was amazing. Thane was amazing. Okay, let's see. Star Trek or yes. Okay, so both. You're both Will. Okay, I love Star Wars, but I have no love for the fan. Okay, we're not talking about the fan base. We're just talking about the franchise. Leave that out of it. Leave that out of it. Tally's romance so far has been nothing short of amazing. I'm absolutely in love with it. Yeah, her crazy. Um, Favorite Bat family member, Kate Kane, no question. Probably okay. Batwoman, Star Wars. Unfortunately, I like Trek more than Star Wars. Seems to be more going for it in exploration space and true. Favorite Batman family, Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, Babs. Okay. Uh, as much as I absolutely love Talleyrand, the romance between Garrus and Tally is freaking adorable. Yeah, that's funny. Um, I think I saw somebody else's. Okay. Next question. Call of Juarez. Thank you, Bill. That is exactly what it is. Yes. Um, Favorite turtle, bro. My favorite turtle is Mikey. I've always been a. I love Leo. I love them all. But if you were to ask me who was my favorite, it's probably Mikey. I love his pure heart. I love his attitude. He is the heart and soul of that group. And other than that, he uses nunchucks, and nunchucks was the first weapon I learned how to I trained with. So uh, I'm a nunchucks guy. So yeah. Favorite Bat family member: Dick, Cassandra, and Barbara. Only one. Didn't say many. One. I said one. So I'm gonna say you're the first one you picked. Caroline is Dick. So there you go. No offense. Well, never looked at Aunt Edson the same way after what he did to elephants. Oh, Edison. Yeah. Uh, Same thing when I finally got into Ringling Brothers and saw that documentary. I was like, Jesus. Could Alucard from Helsing survive DC? Hell yeah. You crazy? It's who's more likely to show up in the MCU? Conan O'Brien, or Conan? None of them. Do you think that the Warriors would lose their shit had Predator rightfully killed Boba Fett and their beloved universe to smirch them? Yep. Yep. Hey, Chris, what's your thoughts on the Rob Zombie monsters? I don't care. I don't care for anything Rob Zombie does. I really don't. I'm not a fan of his work. I'm not. I don't like anything he does. He gives no hope to his movie. I don't. I can't stand Thousand Corpse. I can't stand that run. I don't like his. his Halloween. I don't like anything he does. I really don't. Maybe his music, but his movies, you can have it. Star Wars for me. What's the gore superhero show? The goriest superhero show I've ever seen. I'll say The Boys. That's one of them. That's definitely up there. Cowabunga, dude. Yeah. My favorite turtle really kind of depends on the movie. That was only a question to me, but y'all can answer it. Gotta love Mikey. It's either Raphael or Leo for me. Okay. All right. So I gave you 6 and 7. Okay, we're gonna do 8 and 9. Here we go. This was another. So 8 question. Favorite Robin. My favorite Robin, for everybody who wants to know, is Tim Drake. He made Robin cool. And number 9, would I live in Texas? I said, yeah, I would, depending on the city, but yeah, I'd live in Texas. So have at it with those. Next, do you think Butcher and the boys would be able to kill the Avengers? Depending on which Avengers we're talking about. I can see them probably killing a few. Some. Uh, don't see them killing Thor. That's for sure. Thor, I don't see them killing. I don't even see them killing the Hulk if they wanted to. Um, I don't see them killing Ant Man either, or the Wasp. Uh, I don't think they would kill Cap because Cap ain't. I don't even see them killing them because they're not like their heroes. They're uh uh so let's see. All right, who do we got here? Okay, Caroline says I love Tim too. My favorite Robin, Dick Grayson. I mean, he set the bar. Come on, yeah, he may have set the bar, but Tim made it cool to be Robin. He made that. He made that, and Tim was the only Robin at first to have his own solo series. Dick didn't have that. Dick is better as Nightwing than anything. There's never been another Nightwing, but yeah, well, yeah, it has. Dick is the second Nightwing because there was a Nightwing on Krypton. That's where that's where he gets the name from. Superman told him about that. Uh, but yeah, I understand. Yeah, he may have set the bar, but Tim made it cool to be. Tim made it cool to be Robin. Let's see, remember the Avenger Penguins? My favorite Robin is Dick Grayson. It's generic. It's a generic answer, but it's my answer. That's fine. Zeus from God of War versus Call, God of Symbiotes. No can hurt God, so yeah, there you go. Who's your favorite character in Team Ninja Turtles besides the Turtles? Master Splinter. There you go. I live in Texas. As big a Selena fan I am. I love to visit the museum. Also, pay my respects to Aurora Spaceman. Uh, that's cool. Lorenzo, I live in Texas. Tell Smalls, you live in Texas? Okay. All right, cool. What part? What part of Texas? Or the ones of the cartoons? Yeah, I remember that. That was sick. What part of Texas, Lorenzo? I'd like to know. Which comic book martial artist would you train under? Easy, Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi or Lady Shiva. Lady Shiva taught Tim, who's the worst dad ever. There's a couple of them. Omni Man. Deathstroke's up there. Deathstroke don't really care about his kids too much. Um, um, uh, yeah, there's a bunch. There's too many even to name. I'll even use Yujiro. I'll even use Yujiro Hanma. Yujiro Hanma. Good God, you talk about a terrible dad. There you go. I actually went to the latest MegaCon on Friday. Yeah, I was there. I was at MegaCon. I was there. I went all 4 days. I was it was fun because I was actually dressed up as Spider Man one of those days and took a big Spider Man cosplay. I was the one Spider Man there that looked totally different. Nobody had my costume, and that's always what I want. So I, Friday was I cosplayed as Spider Man. The last day I cosplayed as T'Challa, Star Lord, in honor of Chadwick Boseman. I was like, okay, I'm gonna honor Chadwick Boseman. So I had the Star Lord helmet with the purple, the T'Challa, and the gun. I had everything. It was great. And I met another Star Lord there, and we did the like. Hey, she was cool. Who's the worst mother in comics? Worst mother. Uh, worst mother. Worst mother. Worst mother. Hmm. Oh, Mystique. There you go. Mystique. Jesus Christ. The first time I ever went to MegaCon. Wow. No, I'm not surprised. When I was there, when I did my vlog, there was a lot. I think 2019 when I went, there were a lot of people that was there for the first time. When I went there before, when I went there this year, they said the same thing. Yeah, there were a lot of people. Some just came for the first time for one day. It was cool. Stu and Dee Dee Rugrats are right up there as well. Yeah, I mean, yes. In terms of yeah, like I mean, the way I look at Dee Dee and Stu is not bad parents because they're not. They love Tommy and all them, but their parental awareness sucks. Like they put them in, and then they these babies are gone. But that's just also them too. I remember there was one they left Tommy with Grandpa. Grandpa fell asleep, and Tommy opened the door and got kidnapped by these two guys because they thought he was a rich man's son. They wanted to ransom him off, and it was sick. I got to meet some Star Wars actors, Kevin Conroy, and some of the guys from Clerks. That's cool. That's cool. When I went to MegaCon 2019 before the pandemic, I met the entire cast of Back to the Future. I got to meet Michael J. Fox and all of them, Christopher Lloyd. Oh, that made my day. As a child of the '80s, that made my day. Just to shake Mr. Fox's hand. He was doing okay there. But you could tell he was trying real hard to keep his Parkinson's so he doesn't shake as much. So there were times his hand was always in his pocket. And, every time I saw him, I nearly cried when I first saw him because I was like, I wish that never happened to him. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I wish that never happened. But even the actor who played Biff, oh my God, he is one of the sweetest guys you ever meet. Don't let what you see in Back to the Future fool you. Biff wise, he is the nicest guy you ever meet. Leah Thompson was sweet as hell, but Biff, Thomas, who played Biff, oh my God, he was sweet. He was so nice. Um, is it I? It is I. Excuse me. What if Damien stayed with the league up until adulthood? Then I'd hate him even more. I hate Damian Wayne. I hate that. I hate him. I wish he was killed off. I really do. I can't stand that little big headed attitude he's got. His arrogance. There was a point where I started to get on board with him because they were actually evolving him into being a class act character. Then they flipped the switch and made him go back to being a jerk. And I can't stand that character. I hate him. I They do love time, but their attention stinks. Yeah, it's ridiculous how they let their kids just. I mean, they get away with. I mean, it's like they love, and it's all the parents. It's not just them. They all like they. It's just weird. It's so funny. Also, every father in Dragon Ball universe is awful. There are some questionable, but mostly bad fathers. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Bardock is not a bad father. Bardock was not a bad father because they've actually and if you say Goku is a bad father, I'm gonna flip out because he is not a bad father. You, he is not, and I get tired of people saying that he's a bad father. No, he's not. He's not. When have you ever seen him not show love to Gohan or Goten? He's never done that. Whenever they say we killed them, he doesn't like, oh, well, oh, they're dead. He flips the fuck out. Like the last time when Goku Black and what said they killed Chi Chi and Goten, he flipped the fuck. He was like, I'm gonna kill you now. You don't fuck with his family. That is straight up real. He is not a bad father. Even even Vegeta has his points. Like he's not a bad father. He's not. He's not a bad father. I refuse to. I refuse to side with that one. Nope. Not. No way. They're pretty damn awesome. Yeah. That's pretty. What if Spawn was in The Last of Us? That'd be weird. That'd make no sense. I don't know. I just feel weird about. Some say Stu and Dee Dee are worse parents, but what about Angelica's parents? They're like there ain't none of. That's why I said they're all kind of up there. Drew and um Drew and Charlotte let Angelica just walk all over them. Like and Charlotte is weird too because she's still like get off the fucking phone. Like get off the phone. Your daughter needs you. Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan. Oh, Jonathan. Jonathan. Oh, Daddy, I want cookies. And yes, princess. Yes, darling. Like tell her no. Like remember that episode where she sued them? I'm like it was a dream, but it was weird. Never actually been to a megacon. Guess I have to be a comic fan to attend one or not. No, you don't. You to go when you go to a convention, you do not have to be into comics or anything like. Just going to experience what it's like is perfect. I remember taking Malcolm to New York Comic Con 2017. That was his first, and Malcolm's not a big comic reader or anything like that, but he loved it. He had so much fun. He got to meet Diamond Dallas Page there. He got to talk to him. He got to meet Christian Cage. He was killing. He was on a on he was playing Mortal Kombat, the arcade game, beating everybody. He was just like uh, next, and he was running through all of them. He had such a fun time just going there, just experiencing, especially watch some of the cosplay, just seeing the dedication. That's one of my biggest things going to these conventions is interacting with the cosplayers because when you hear them say like how long it took them to make this costume, if it's homemade, I'm always impressed by the dedication it took. Like I remember when I went there before and I asked this guy, he came as Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. He had the Buster sword. Now at conventions, they don't really allow you to have like the metal, the real sword. It's either got to be wood or something, or so. And he made it out of pretty much styrofoam, but it was heavy. And I said, what you make that out? He's like styrofoam and plastic. And I said, can I hold it? He's like, yeah, here, want to hold it? And I was like, yo, this got some weight to it. He's like, yeah, but it was so cool. I was the dedication is great. You don't have to be like I think there's conventions in Australia. I think there's one in Brisbane. Um, I think there's one in Sydney. So yeah, going to conventions is great. It's just you, and even if you are a fandom of other stuff, that's there too. It's not just comics; it's everything. It's great. It's just fun to do. Um, if okay, hey, good, just watched. Okay, thank you, Perry. Let's see. Okay, so next question. All right. Uh oh, this should be a good one. The 10th question. They asked me. For all those who want to know who asked you these questions, as you can see there, Patreon, my Patreon member Darius Brown the third, he asked me this question. Number 10. If you could meet anyone dead or alive, who would it be? For me, I went right with Bruce Lee. There was others, but I said Bruce Lee. And the 10th question, well, this is if you are a fan of this genre. Favorite rock band? I said Metallica because that's what I'm a huge Metallica fan. Uh, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Matter of fact, let's do another question. I'll do three. This one was funny to me, but chicken or fish? I said both. I do love chicken and I like fish. My favorite fish to eat is salmon, honey glazed salmon. I like that. Yes. Okay. Ooh, let's see some questions. Oh, uh, I still don't agree with Vegeta. I don't agree with him. He loves his kids. He just has a different way of showing it. But um, how much are you looking forward to next? I answered that already, Perry, about the Captain America. Okay, Will Miser says Pac, Tupac. That's a good one. Favorite rock band, Nirvana. Nirvana's good. ACDs. I wonder why. No, I'm just messing with you. If I could meet anyone dead or alive, boy, that's kind of like a long list. Doesn't matter. John Brown. Do you mean James Brown or John Brown? Who would I meet dead or alive? Kevin Peter Hall, the Predator himself. That's a good one. Yes, for all those who don't know, the original Predator who played that is is Kevin Peter Hall. He also played Harry and the Hendersons. He was this big Sasquatch. That was him. Um, I don't really have rock band, of course. That's fine. Chicken or fish? Chicken over fish. Okay. I'm allergic to fish. Oh my God, Will. Oh my God, dude. I feel so bad for you. I guess chicken. Because they're all. I was joking. I was joking. I joke. Yeah, I was joking. Favorite rock band? Van Halen. I guess that's not bad. No, rock on, man. Um, so okay, let's see. I'm not really allergic to any. It's weird. You never know. Lorenzo says Aaliyah. Yeah, I would love to have met Aaliyah. Oh man, she died so young. Uh, Aaliyah, Michael Myers versus Red Hood. Who wins? Depends. John Brown kicked off the Civil War. Okay, okay. Technically, only ACDC drummer Paul Rudd is Australian. Laughing out loud. Yeah, right. They're not all Australian, right? Even though they say they're based in, but yeah, they're not. Hey kid, just got home from work. Do you think of the boys this season? Answer or don't answer. What do you think? I haven't watched this season yet. I haven't finished it. So far, so good. So far, so good. Um, Uh, I'm Texan chicken, Lorenzo. Lorenzo, you dude, what part of what part of Texas are you from? Because you said you're Texan, so I want to know. What is the worst Marvel event you want to list? I got a bunch of them. So yeah, I hate Civil War. Period. They go one. Do you hope to see Rock show up in the third Captain Marvel? Oh, I mean Black Adam. I hope. I hope. Chicken Man's okay. That's. I don't really get into the boys. Same as Invincible. You told me that before. Hey Chris, excited for Final Fantasy Core? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Crisis Core and Rebirth. Yes, I am. So Chicken Man. All right, that's cool. Yeah. So Lorenzo, I really want to know, bro. Like, what part of Texas are you from? I really like to know. All right. Let's see what's going on. Also, I just watched you react to teens no 80s cartoon. I share your pain, dude. Oh my god, those teens were need to be educated. Oh yeah, yeah. I kept Hurricane in check on that one. Didn't get too crazy. But yeah, I mean they do need to educate themselves on where the good cartoons came from, where they started. Um, you know, Lorenzo says San Antone. Oh, okay. Alamo, home of the Alamo, San Antone, home of Shawn Michaels, HBK, Spurs. Okay, I do want to go to San Antonio. I hear they make these giant. There's a place where they make these giant Cinnabons. I'm like, I would want that so badly. Angus and Steve Young are Galswinian born. Brian Johnson, Newcastle. Okay, Newcastle, I know where that. And William is London, but okay. Thanks for the info. Mr. and Mrs. Turner from Fairy Odd Parents are terrible parents too. They're weird. Just weird. Like, can we see Hurricane's face for a second? He looks like me. It just when it's something pisses him off, then it shows. And I really don't want him coming out. I really don't want him coming out. So just keep quiet. I don't want him out here. I don't want. Stop. See, why y'all doing this to me? All right. See now, let go of the left arm. Let it go. All right. Thank you. See, I try to keep him in check, and y'all want to start bringing him out. Hurricane's face. What's wrong with? Do you have? Do you want Marvel characters in the Kingdom Hearts 4 game? Yeah, suits it well. Okay, let's see. Can you spin on top of your head? When I was a kid, I used to be able to do that spin, like that break dance on top of my. Used to be able to do that when I was 11. That was when the first time I did it. I can't do it no more. I'm scared if I do it now, I'll break my neck. Uh, have you watched? Have you watched that vid from New York? The dude jumping from the subway rooftop. Well, I heard about that on the news. That was sick. What is the worst Marvel story? I don't like Civil War. I'm keep saying that. I don't like both of them. I don't like. All right. Let's see. Next question. Okay. I'll give you the next three questions. Okay, he says swords or guns. I said swords. I've trained with swords, so yeah, swords. And number 14, favorite dinosaur. For me, it was always the Triceratops. Always had a big love for Triceratops. And number 15, Michael Jackson or Prince. Both. That was me. Sorry, I like both of them. Yeah, you could put in humans in there too. Who said that? It is you damn right. I first of all, any story where they always make the X Men the villains, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. The X Men is my overall number one favorite teams in comics. Before anybody else, come at me if you don't agree with that. I don't care. Um, best DC storyline. Uh, one of them was Judas Contract. Teen Titans. Oh, that was great shit. Crisis. I love. I'm talking about the original one. And so those are some of my favorites. Uh, that dance is called the Windmaker, isn't it? I used to watch those videos all the time. Yeah, swords definitely. I can't stand guns. Used to watch them when I dial up the thing. Yeah. What's the best and worst hot dog topping you ever had in your life? Um, well, for all you guys that don't notice, when I do eat hot dogs, um, I love chili, so I will eat chili dogs. I love chili dogs, but when it comes to condiments, I'm a ketchup dude. I'm a relish, ketchup and relish. I don't like mustard. I really don't. The only mustard I can eat is honey mustard. I can't eat any spicy mustard, all that else. I don't like that. So for some reason, it doesn't agree. I don't know what it is. My stomach is weird. When it comes to honey mustard, my stomach like, oh, we know what this is. This is good. Well, if I put like regular mustard, they're like, oh, what the fuck is this? And I'll throw it right back up. I'm not the biggest sauerkraut fan. So if I'm gonna have to say anything, sauerkraut. I won't. I will not. I ate it once and I was okay, and I was like, oh, okay. I tried it again and I was like, yeah, it just came out. I was like, yep, never again. Uh, swords. What is Mister Fantastic Dental? What is Mister Fantastic Dental? Uh, dental Wanda about what? What are you basically saying? Why did Mister Fantastic tell Wanda about Black Bolt's power? I don't know. It's fear, I guess. If that's what you mean, you wrote it weird. Favorite dinosaur, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Probably uh, has the biggest bite force. And here's one thing that people need to get this off there is that they can see you if you're standing still. Their vision is not based off movement. Jurassic Park, don't believe what Jurassic Park told you that they couldn't see you if you stand still. That was the even when I first saw Jurassic Park, when Dr. Grant said that, I was like, what? That's not true. Stay absolutely still. His vision is based on movement. No, that's not true. That's not true. That was debunked a long time ago. So yeah. And the fight between the T-Rex and Spinosaurus, the T-Rex would have won that. You remember when the T-Rex bit on the Spinosaurus's neck? That would have been his neck dead. The bite force of a T-Rex, and I listened to a couple archaeologists talk about the bite force of a T-Rex was over a ton, like over tons. So imagine that coming down on you. Get out of here. Like it's crazy. I had marshmallows on hot dogs once. Really? How'd that go? Michael Jackson or Prince? Michael Jackson controversy aside. Yeah, we're not talking about the controversy. We're talking about music. Guns are for people who are afraid to take the L and live. Who said that? Think, yo, Respect. Because somebody asked me that too, Rakai, one time said, like, why you don't like guns? Like, I'm like, because there's no skill really. Don't get me wrong. There are people that are skillful with it, like, the quick draw guys and all that. So I respect that. But all it takes is this. You don't even got it. You don't even have to be skilled at. Pop, just pull the trigger. Oh, you got a sword. That's skill. That's skill to learn how to use that without cutting yourself, things like that. Takes a long time. I'm right there with you because I can't stand mustard. Yeah, I don't like mustard. Honey mustard I can go with, no problem. But any for I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because it's the honey that's in it. Because I love honey. Like I put honey on a lot of things. I do. I when I'm eating a banana, I'll put honey in it. I'm like, yeah, oh that's good. Um, like I said, like people think I'm a freak because I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee. They think I'm a freak. They like, you don't drink coffee, Chris? I'm like, nope. I'm a tea guy, and it makes me wonder if someone in my background and I'm a half Irish or British because I love tea. I drink tea all the time. Like I love tea. If you see me sipping something, it's either tea, and the I drink all types of tea: chamomile tea, honey, ginger tea, green tea. Like I love tea. I don't like coffee. People think I'm a freak for that. I'm like, well, I'm a freak then. There you go. Uh, Green Arrow versus Black Cat. Uh, uh, we'll go Arrow. I mean, he wouldn't want to hurt her. I meant, what if he didn't tell about his? Oh, then yeah, Black Bolt. That'd have been it. Who's Big? Yeah, I'm serious, man. Like, yo, how much of a challenge would Riddler be for Spider-Man? Pretty good challenge, but not good enough. It, Spidey's smart too, like, and that's the thing. I've always said it. You could take Batman's villains, Spider-Man's great rogues gallery, and flip it, and have them have all Batmans with Spider-Man, and all the Spider-Mans with Batman. It would work. Damn, then you won't like the Bavarians, Chris. One of my favorite restaurants do they serve German food, including sauerkraut, and I am German, so yeah, I can't. For some reason I can't eat because I am German. I was born in Germany, so but I can't eat sour. I remember eating sauerkraut one time, and I think I had it because it had relish in it. So maybe it was the relish that kind of blended the sauerkraut, and it was fine. But then I had it again, so I had a Nathan's hot dog, Nathan's famous hot dogs, and I said I would like sauerkraut with that, and they said okay, how much? And I said that's enough. And I said anything else? I was like no, just sauerkraut. And I bit it. I'm like okay, okay. And then all of a sudden my stomach was like, are you an idiot or what? Get this shit out of my and just and I just threw it back up. It was like you could just see it. Like if you saw my face, I was with my friends, a couple of buddies of mine. They were like, "Chris, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right." It just came right out. It just came out all on the floor. Like I was just glad nobody slipped on it. But yeah, I felt so bad because they had to clean it up. I was like, I'm sorry. And then my friend was like, "Dude, just you don't like you don't. It's the sauerkraut." And I said, "But I've had sauerkraut before." And then my friend, my friend Tony was like, "What did you have it with?" I was like, "I had relish on it." He's like, "There you go. So you had it with something. You didn't have it by itself." The only person who should carry guns are policemen and soldiers, and even then, they got to have a good reason to use it. Otherwise, use your fist. Will, evening, Chris. No spoilers. Did you? I I know. I didn't watch any movies yet. I've been just too busy. That was that. That's that comment up top, guys. It's not even just spoiler. What if their hand merged with the Lin Kuei? Oh, please, that ain't happening. That would never happen. I don't drink coffee, but I do drink lattes. I can drink a latte, um, and chai, and I can drink that. But I don't think chai is coffee. I think it's more milk based. But I don't like coffee. My dad likes coffee. He like it black too, and I'm like, oh, I can't with that stuff. Call me a freak too, Chris, because I don't like coffee either. Tried it once, hated it. Can't even stand the smell of it. It's something like I it's just weird to me. I guess I'm a freak too. I don't drink. I also drink tea instead of coffee. Did you watch the RoboCop game? Yes, that was something else I wanted to talk about. So we got a RoboCop game and a Terminator game coming out. Uh, Both to me are worth buying, especially if you're fans of it. If you're fans, so it'd be cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Do you think Deathstroke would be a good villain for the TMNT? Yes, I would. Yes, I do. Okay. Thank you guys for participating in these questions. I appreciate it. I thought it'd be fun because someone asked me these rapid fire questions and I did a whole video on it and I was like, you know what? Let me throw it back at them, but some of the people. Okay, here we go. Okay, number 16 and through 18. PlayStation or Xbox? This is for gamers. This is more for gamers. Uh struggled with this for a while, but I kind of saw myself going more to PlayStation, even though I have both. Then 17 was Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. This was a little biased for me because Street Fighter was the very first fighting game I ever played, and I always hold Street Fighter very high. I love Mortal Kombat, but Street Fighter will always be above Mortal Kombat in my opinion. No offense, but it will always be that way. Um, And number 18, favorite Mortal Kombat character. That is easy. Hanzo. Scorpion is my favorite Mortal Kombat character. Will always be that way. That ain't never gonna change. Ain't nobody gonna tell me any differently. There you go. So I'm looking for those questions. Um, all right. Let's see. I guess we're all freaks then. With that, that's fine. We're a brotherhood of freaks. That's right. I was surprised to learn that you were born in Germany. That's cool. Yeah, my parents were in the military, and they had me and my brother Cedric, who would have been a year younger than me if he lived. Rest in peace, bro. Um, Both in Germany. I have dual citizenship, which is really cool. So if I wanted to go there, I can go there without a passport. My birth certificate is in Germany, so I would have to go through a lot of legals to get my a copy of my birth certificate. It's in Germany. It's not in here in the States. I used to be able to speak it. I still understand it. Um, uh, would I love to go back? Yeah, I would love to go back. Uh, but yeah, I was born in a town which is known for having a lot of American born Germans, because that's where the big military base is, Landstolz. If you want to look it up, it's LNLandStuhl. That's the town I was born in. I wasn't born in Berlin or the big cities. It was small. It's northwest of Berlin. If you want to look up where the town I was born in, there you go. What's your favorite Batman Brave and the Bold episode? Jesus Christ. I think one of my favorites probably when he comes face to face with Joe Chill. Joe Chill, of course, is the man that killed his parents. And I think that was the first time we actually got to see his face. Actually, Bruce Wayne. That's one of my favorites. Sorry to hear that, though. Yeah. Oh, that's one of my worst nightmares. Throwing up in public. Yeah, I've thrown up in public. It's not funny. It's not fun, but you do get a lot of sympathy at times. Like the one person I remember, this one woman coming over to me after I threw up through that, and she was a little elderly woman. She was elderly, so I guess I reminded her of somebody, and she's like, "Oh, sweetheart, are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, my food just didn't agree with my stomach." And she's like, "Well, you shouldn't have." She was just being sweet. She's like, "Oh, you okay?" Like she's rubbing my back and everything. I'm like, I'm fine, man. I'll be all right. Uh, but I have good friends. They weren't laughing at me. They were just like, "Oh man, you all right?" That's another thing that I will always appreciate about some of the circle of friends that I have. Something like that happens, they don't laugh at it. I don't laugh at them if something like that happens to them. I remember there was a friend I had who was taking a drink for the first time, and I'm not a heavy drinker either. I don't drink a lot. I drink on special occasions, but I'm not. You'll never see me in the corner drinking like that, or in home drinking. And I remember he drunk. I think he had tequila for the first time. Like tequila is hot, like that. You drink, your face starts sweating. He had that, and he threw up. And I took him to the bathroom. I was like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "Man, I'm never drinking again." I was like, "It's okay." I was like, because when I do drink, I like mojitos, so I'm a big fan of mojitos. I love mojitos, but I will never drink because I'm a small guy. You got to remember, I'm small. Alcohol hits me quick, so I can feel it real quick. Like even when I'm drinking like Long Island iced teas, like I can feel that quick. I'm like, damn, I feel it. So I gotta be careful how I drink. Are you interested in playing the Scorn game? Yeah, that looked wicked too. I love that. How insane would it be if Batman had another crossover with Mask? That'd be funny. The only time you'll catch me drinking tea is when I'm sick. I'm talking honey and lemon. Mike Knight, PlayStation all the way. PlayStation, big old middle finger to Xbox. Damn. Well, PlayStation. Really, that really depends. PlayStation, baby. Mortal Kombat. Never been into Street Fighter. That's fine. Get over here. That's fine. Not a Mortal Kombat fan. Okay. PlayStation. Hey, what is normal anyway? Raiden, when he was not an evil. Oh yeah, when he became the god of blunder. That's what he was. Spider-Man versus Deathstroke. Who wins? Um, I've a slight edge to Spider-Man. Spidey will be hurting it, but he'd win. What other DC villains would be trouble for the Turtles? Take your pick. There's a bunch. I could see Cheetah being the Turtles' enemies. League of Assassins, baby, probably. Le- yeah, that's a good one too. Bruce Willis, Bruce Willis, and Martin Lawrence, all are from Germany. And yeah, Martin was born in Germany. Martin Lawrence was born in Germany. Bruce Willis, um, the actor who played Black Lightning, he was born in Germany. Yeah, there's a lot of LeVar Burton was born in Germany. Yeah, there's a lot of people, actors born in Germany because of their parents were in the service. If you ever hear some American basically saying like, "Yeah, I was born in Germany," most likely, yeah, because their parents were in the military. Both of my parents were in the military, in the army. They were in the army, so yeah, I never drank. Okay, did you ever try Funky Cool Medina drink? No, what's that? Maybe I need to try. Sweetheart, you okay? That's so sweet. We need more people like that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I do. Um, Speaking of which, I think this week I'm putting up a video for a Reaction Tuesday. It was a request. Y'all need to check that out. That really got me pissed off. I recorded it a couple of weeks ago. I haven't edited it, but it's basically an experiment about bullying. And oh my God, you got to see this video. Ooh, Jesus, it'll get you pissed. It'll get you pissed. What do you hope to see in Mortal Kombat 12? I've actually just answered this question before. If they're going to go with the new timeline where Kung Lao is now the main protagonist while Liu Kang is the new god, okay. I'm not a PlayStation or a Nintendo head through and through. That's fine. You could like Nintendo. That's fine. Nintendo. Just Mario can kiss my ass. No. Hey Chris, do you love TMNT? I soon you're gonna see footage of me on this channel playing it, so you'll see. Uh, Ed Enroll is German born too. Yeah, there you go. Japanese culture topic. Have you ever heard of or watched Jetman serial Santa? I've heard of it, never watched it. What are water type Pokemon your favorite? Um, no, I like no. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan. Like I don't, I can't. I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan. I really am not. Especially the whole Ash Ketchum stuff just gets on my nerves. I can't stand that. Ash as a whole, Satoshi. That's what his real name. That's his real name. It's like this dude should be a master already, and it's like they digress the character for stupid reasons. He should be a grown teenage, like in his early 20s or something now. It bothers me so much. Anytime he fights and he sees a Pokemon, it looks like a type that he know. He got to look. Oh my God, what's that? And he forgets how to fight them. Like if it's a water type, it's like Ash, electric. Use electric. What's wrong with you, man? It's like it pisses me off. I can't stand the evolution of Ash. It's ridiculous. But water type or not, I like fighting type Pokemon. I like fire. I do like. I don't have a favorite type. I don't because they all have cool. They're all cool. What DC villain would be great for Moon Knight? Mm, I'm not sure about that one. That's the one that I really would have to think about. Funky old dude, Tone Loc, seriously. And oh, I know the Funky No Medina song, Tone Loc, but I didn't know there was actually a drink on it. Hey, Chris, you want to go on Mario? I'll take you on. I'm joking. Yep, Mario can kiss my ass. Okay, that plumber can kiss my ass. This is my boy, the real, the real face of Nintendo, homie Link, real hero. Fuck Mario. Any plans on to see Love and Thunder yet? I have plans on seeing it just when I have the time. Uh, I can't stand Pokemon. I worked a true and whatever Pokemon day happened, I had to deal with overbearing, don't demand 40 something dudes uh, who are way too much into the Yeah, like I'm 40 and I have my fandoms as well, but I know how to keep it cool and keep it calm. But there are some of them that I was never into the card stuff. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, rest in peace to the creator of um, to we lost. Let me make sure I get his name right because uh, he passed away. Rest in peace to James Caan. He passed away. Um, and rest in peace to Kazuki Takayashi. He was the creator of uh, Yu-Gi-Oh. He passed away. I did like the Yu-Gi-Oh series, even though I was like it just it, it really would. Let's okay, we're gonna battle, but first, let me tell you my origin. I'm like, I don't need to hear this. Just get to the battle, man. Like, come on. Is this just weird? Uh, but rest in peace to him. Um, so yeah, and rest in peace to I'm forgetting the actor's name who was from The Sopranos. He passed away too. Forgetting his name, but yeah, and going back to your question, Ricardo, yeah, I'm not into that. I was never into the card collecting, and I liked the little Game Boy games. It was fun for a while, but I wasn't one of those. Dude, are you gonna get silver? Dude, are you gonna? No, I'm not. And when I hear that, there's part of me like, get away from me! I'm gonna punch you, like stuff like that. Like, I'm like, okay, yeah. Oh, dude, I got all my Pokemon are 100. It's nice. That's good for you. Don't get me wrong, because like, look, I'm a comic collector, as you can see. Look at my boxes. Look at my trades back there. I do collect, and I am a collector, and but something about Pokemon, like Pokemon, it's just like it's not really worth it because nothing's really changed. What's really seriously? Let's seriously. What's really changed about the games? Nothing. Nothing really has. It's you're a trainer. You're in an area. Your starter starts off with either grass type, water, or fire. You go off hunting for new Pokemon. You battle. You battle the gym leaders. You get, and that's it. It's nothing's changed about it. I'm not trying to down. I'm not trying to be mean, but it just seems like nothing has really changed. And the anime, oh my god! Like I said, the Ash just gets on my nerves. I want to just strangle this kid. Like, you are supposed to be in your fucking 20s or something. You should be a not even a novice, but they continue to digress this character. Let's think about how many tournaments has Ash truly won where he didn't get knocked out by a friend he made at the tournament. It's always come down to that. And it kind of bothers me too, is that his Pikachu seems to be special. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but he shouldn't be able to do the things he can do to like a Dragonair and stuff. Yeah, I get technical into the types, but I'm like, get the fuck, like what is so special about his Pikachu? Ain't no different than any other Pikachu. And if you watch the animes, they retell the stories like over and over. There was one the first time they did where Pikachu got beat by a Raichu. They did that story about 5 years next later. Raichu beat him, and then Ash is thinking about maybe I should evolve Pikachu. Yeah, then do it. Don't think, do it. No, like, it's just weird. It just bothers me. Lincoln kiss my. Yeah, okay. Those fighting words. Uh, and I thought I was one of those didn't like Pokemon. I don't hate it. I understand. Yeah, it's kids. I get it, but yeah, it gets crazy times, and I'm just like, I don't care about the next Pokemon Silver or Black, and it's like, what's the difference? Like it's not really don't. I mean, seriously, guys, come on. There's really no difference in the games. There's not. I had to restrain myself from punching him. I don't get it. Don't get me started with these little kids with their Karen moms. Oh, gee, yo, I remember. I think I've told this story about my first encounter with a Karen, and I didn't like it. And thank God there was some people that really was on my side because I was in a real bad mood that day, and it was ridiculous. Did you remember Inhumanoids and Mutant League cartoons? Yeah, I remember those. What if Constantine was in the Marvel universe? It could work. It could work. Okay, let's get to the last questions. Get your last questions, guys. We're gonna wrap this up. Okay. Last two questions. This should be fun. Number 19. Favorite 3D fighter. I think I said Tekken for me. If I remember, I gotta go back to the video. I think it did say Tekken. And 20 X-Men or Avengers. That was easy. X-Men. Through and through. X-Men is I've always gravitated more to the X-Men, the Avengers. Don't get me wrong. I respect the Avengers, but I always gravitated to the X-Men more. I was always once I got into comics, I was the X-Men was always just I always just felt a little bit more connected to them than the Avengers. So that should be fun. Could an elite predator kill the Marvel universe? 8 characters only. Who could an elite kill in the Marvel universe? 8 characters only. I hate to throw him under the bus, but I think Hawkeye would would die. Um, as good as she is, I think Widow too. Uh, um, U.S. Agent. I'm throwing you. I don't like U.S. Agent, so yeah. Um, I want to say the Sentry so bad because I hate the Sentry too, but I think he'll nerf the Elite Predator real quick. I'll leave all the godlike characters out. Um, I hate to say it, but he put up a good fight, but Frank could somewhat die too, could be killed by one of them. Like I said, all both Hawkeyes I think could die. You know, it'd be hard for a elite predator to kill any person with like enhanced senses. Like the elite predator is not sneaking up on like Daredevil, even though yeah he probably could, or Spider-Man, or Panther, or Wolverine, even Sabretooth. Like they would smell them coming real quick, and um, Nick Fury. Yeah, there's a bunch. There's a couple. There's a contact. Like I said, it's really hard for me, but yeah. Um, how would the Avengers think? What would would the Avengers? How would the Avengers think of Sailor Moon? Oh, they would respect him. I think they would give him a lot of respect, especially Cap. Cap would respect. Moon Knight versus TMNT. Who wins? Well, there's which turtles are we talking? That's also a good. That's always a good question. That's why I like when I think it's Rakai when he does it. When he asks me turtle questions, he always d- differences between the turtles. I think in terms of Moon Knight fighting like the Mirage Turtles, I'm giving it to the Mirage Turtles. You see what they did to Shredder? That could be Mark. So it depends. I love and respect the Avengers, but yeah, X Men for me. Favorite 3D fighter Tekken. What do you think? Who do you think would direct a Justice League move better than Schneider? If they wanted to, if they wanted to, I think the Russo brothers could kill it. I think the Russos could do a good job of balancing a team like that. What about Luigi, Chris? Have you played? I love Luigi. Luigi don't get enough credit. I love Luigi over Mario. I love Luigi. I will always stand by Luigi, the other brother that don't get enough credit because he's always overshadowed by his egotist. Never mind. I remember Cat beating the crap out of U.S. Agent. I was so yeah. Cat Steve is beating the crap out of out of John a couple of times because for some reason, what John Walker is a just an idiot. Some I don't understand him. Like, if you read the latest event, which is really good, Devil's Reign. That's a really good event. Read that. He's with the Thunderbolts in that, and I'm like, John, what the fuck are you doing? And then, yes, he is there. He is being controlled by Purple Man, but it just shows how easily John. He's a dumbass. I can't. John Walker's an idiot. Have you ever owned a Transformers masterpiece figure? I've owned Transformers, but I've never a masterpiece. No. X Men or Avengers until the MCU. I was never into the Avengers. Wasn't too into the comics. X Men is my answer anyway. Okay. What would Spawn? What if Spawn met the Spectre and the Phantom Stranger? That'd be fun. I'd check that out. What do you think the conversation between the Creeper and Moon Knight? Oh Jesus, that'd be funny as hell. Okay. What would you rather endure being forced to read Civil War or being kicked in the family jewels twice? Well, I've been kicked in the balls more than once and many times by accident. So I'm going kicked in the balls. I refuse to read that story. And I don't get me wrong, guys. I have both. Let me be keep it real. I have both stories in my goddamn collection. I have never taken them back out to reread. And there's a part of me that is like, why did I buy this? Why did I buy this? Because I was giving some false hope. I let myself get run into a false sense of security, and I thought, maybe Bendis won't go the same stupid route. They will go the same route that they did in the first one. Nope. All they did was change Tony being the dick to Carol, and I'm like, oh, so now we're doing that, right? And it made no fucking sense for them to kill Bruce or try to kill him. Oh, he's turning into the Hulk. It's like it's like you guys are supposed to be his friends, right? Like you guys are always willing to blow this guy up when half of the time it's the Hulk saving your asses. It bothers me so much with that. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you guys? So somewhere down the line, Bendis writes this story, backstory, but before all this went down, Bruce was in a diner talking to Hawkeye and told him if he ever turns the Hulk, Hawkeye to kill him with a special arrow that he made for him. And Hawkeye, and I'm like, that 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 was stupid. I can't stand that. It was so stupid. And then it's because of that Jennifer went into a depression and had post traumatic because she got hurt in there, and then she became. It was all weird. It's stupid shit. Can't wait to see the X Men in MCU. Me too. Yeah, I actually put Luigi over Mario too. I love them both. Yeah, better than Schneider. Ew. Oh boy. At least they wouldn't be boring. I'll take the annoying, but please don't give me boring. Uh, yeah, I really am forward to the Oil series. Thank you. I'm really forward to doing those. Those are fun. I'll take James Gunn or whatever. Uh, yeah, James Gunn too. He's up there. Okay. Well, I think that is it. That's all the questions. No, we got more. This I What is the worst cereal gimmick ever? For me, it was a Star Fox watching Fibby. Oh, I can't. I don't know which was worse. So, yeah. Uh, all right. Is that the last of them? I think that is the last. We got one more. Okay. We're going to end it with this. Lorenzo Smalls from San Antone. Okay, we got two. Okay. But this is I'm gonna answer these last questions. All right. Favorite game breakfast cereal? Oh, you mean like a cereal that's based off a game? Um. Oh boy. Oh, back in the day, there used to be a cereal. It was half. One side was Super Mario cereal. The other side was Legend of Zelda cereal. I used to love that. That was good cereal. My favorite cereal now, like I'm always gonna eat. Um, I can eat cereal for lunch, dinner, and like I could just eat bowls of cereal. I don't care. But my favorite cereal is actually Frosted Mini Wheats. I'm free. I'm no, I'm weird, right? But I love Frosted Mini Wheats. I love that. But I also love cereal called. You should check it out. It's called Magic Spoon. It's actually really good. It's got 0 calories. Um, Not saying that you can just eat that and no, but it's really good though. It's really good. They got different flavors. It's really good. Malcolm bought it and I had it and I was like, oh, this is really good. I like it. But I do love cereal. I do love this. I love cereal. Um, but my favorite in terms of like, games that were based off it, like my I go way back with cereal. Like I remember when Mr. T had his own cereal, which was just Captain Crunch, just with T's. It was I go way back with that. I don't like marshmallow cereals. I hate marshmallow cereals. Any cereal that got marshmallows in it, no, I can't. That's why I didn't like the Ninja Turtle cereal. I was like, oh, it's got marshmallows in it. No, I don't like Lucky Charms. I don't like any of that shit. Um, I am looking forward to trying the Aussie snacks. That's coming next month, guys. I'm looking forward to doing that try video, trying Australian snacks. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm gonna try me some Tim Tams for the first time. God, I can't wait to eat them Tim Tams. I've heard those are like crack, but they're good though. Like I can't wait to that. Um, how would you redeem Yamcha so he wouldn't be the butt joke anymore? Um, a complete revival of him, like take his martial arts serious. Like in terms like let's be honest, guys. Um, he lost his girl, so everything he would use as a way to fuel his passion to become a better warrior. So like, not go after Vegeta, but yeah, like okay, he took he took Bulma from me. Okay, I'm gonna use that as fuel. He's gonna train under gravity with a little help from like I would think if he wanted to, he could ask Goku for help. Like Goku, I want to get stronger. Can you help me? He would. Um, I think Goku will put him through a regiment. Serious, like, okay, you want to get stronger? I'm gonna help you. Like just a whole revival. Like he's real serious now. He's like, I want to do this. I want to get stronger. I want to do this. I would be all for that. I don't hate Yamcha, but he's not my favorite of the human characters. I love Krillin, but if you want me to know who my favorite of the Earthlings, it's Tenshinhan. Yeah, notice I said Tenshinhan. I didn't say that name they like calling him. I don't use their English dub names. I hate that. I hate. So yeah, Tenshinhan. I love him, and I really and there's all this rumor that he doesn't his own creator hates him, and I'm like I can't. That's stupid. So yeah, like a whole redemption. Yeah, I could do that. The only thing I liked about Civil War Comics was that I found I found a Hulk I didn't hate, not Bruce. I mean, the dude from Civil War Two. Okay, I haven't get have them get jumped by bad guy by a real bad guy by the rest of the Z fighters. Have them get jumped by. Okay. Still waiting in anticipation for the Aussie snack, Chris. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that box. I love marshmallows over fire. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, and cereal, not just no, no. That's yeah. I could do s'mores and things like that's fine, but marshmallows on cereals because that's those are the hard ones that I'm like, ew, make my teeth hurt. All right, that is it, guys. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for coming out and enjoying this, guys. Like I said, and I hope you guys will be ready and gear up for the audio crossover short stories that I'm going to be doing on the channel. I'm really going to take my time, but have fun with those. And yeah, like I said, videos coming up on the channel. Uh, of course, a new Mount Vernon Kid try, where I will be trying snacks from Australia. I'm still waiting for that box to come. It ain't come yet. It's a box of snacks that Australians eat, and this is dedicated to them because my Aussie Pack members are like my third biggest demographics in my videos, like in views. Like I get a lot of views from Australia. I'm just shocked at that. That just like whoa, okay. So that it's going to be a way for me to say thank you to them by eating their snacks. And it's the box has everything in it. Like, well, it doesn't have all the snacks, but it has. Let me make sure. I want to look at the snack box again. Um, it has so the snack box has um okay, here we go. It's got 29 things in it. It's gonna have twisties, cherry rips, mellow, uh Freddy's shapes, violet crumplets, cheeselets, um what's that one? I can't tell what that is again. Tiny teddies, uh Tim Tams, which I'm really that'll probably be the last thing I eat because that's the one I'm anticipating the most. And yeah, they got Vegemite up in there, and so I am gonna try Vegemite. It's a box coming from a company called Happy Tucker. So it has all Australian snacks in there, and I'm really looking forward to trying that because I've been salivating trying to try Tim Tams for the longest, and because you Aussies can't shut up about it. No, I'm messing with you. No, but I hear nothing but good things about Tim Tams. Like, oh, they go good with this. You could slurp up tea with it. I'm like, I don't. I just want to try one. Like, I just want to try one. And yes, I will try Vegemite. Even though I said one point in our past videos, I'm never trying that. I'm not eating yeast extract or whatever, but I've been watching a lot of Australian YouTubers and some of my favorite Australian professional wrestlers talk about how to eat Vegemite, including Rhea Ripley. She she goes through a detail of how you eat it for beginners. Toast, make sure you toast it up, butter it really well, and you spread it a little bit on there. You don't have to go deep with it, and it's really good. So I'm gonna try that. So I'm really looking forward to that. Really looking forward to that. And somebody else asked me, where is Shotgun Saturday Fright, Chris? The reason why you haven't seen them in the past is because I've been talking with the creators, some of the creators that I can get in touch with, because I want to use I want to react to their work, but I want to make sure I kind of get their blessing for it. Like, hey, can I use this on my segment because I don't want to get into trouble. Like, oh, what you doing using my stuff? No, I'm not like a lot of reactors. Like they just react to, especially if it's not mine. If it's like a trailer, that's different. But if it's something that's from somebody, I try to get in touch with the creators. So I've been having not some issues, but I've been making sure, waiting for some. Once I get the okay, yeah, they'll be back. So yeah, they'll be back. Uh, Hopefully this next Saturday they'll be back. But yeah, I am looking forward to it. In the meantime, guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. As always, just wanted to see real quick. I saw some people. Uh, and Arnold's Royals, you gotta have Royals. Okay, Royals. You should throw in the old Aussie meat pie for a measure. I don't know if they have meat on. I gotta look on Amazon because that's where I found it. Okay. Sam Marie confirmed that the statue was Xena. Yes, that was Xena. I know that. All right, guys. Anyway, guys, you guys take care. I am gonna get some dessert because I'm got a sweet tooth right now, and I will see you guys next time. When will be the next open mic? It's the end of the month, so we'll try to get that up the 24th, or that week of the 24th of July. You know what? It could be the 31st. I could go to 31st. We'll see. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Captain Omni, if you're still here, thank you, sir, for the super chat. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. You guys take care. I'll see you, Ryan. Deuces.